I don't know how Einar would do this in like a
In s-
recollection format or
in
anything, so I'm
song.
just gonna
He keeps a diary.
in song. Yeah, right.
Big guy who keeps a diary. That's still a wonderful trope.
uh,
Yes. Bit more at my excellence. I'm right and you know it.
maybe, but for this one, I'll just do it out of character.
Okay.
So we left Demira's plane and got teleported to just like a forest clearing of sorts with a road. Of course, we got fed plenty of food and ate. Then, once we made it out of that plane, we started going down this road uh, towards the town of Offset. Though a few of the folks were still very quiet for some strange reason, because they weren't there. Um, Not to mention, Alexander had an existential crisis, and everyone left. So while we were walking down this road, we ended up running across a elven woman whose name was
Uh,
Salusa Finhorn, and we spoke with her. Found out that she is I guess, is she the owner of the apothecary?
Yes.
She's the owner of the apothecary, and she was there to gather various herbs and mushrooms and such. And while she was originally just going to take us to the town, Einar offered, "Hey, why don't we help you with your gathering so you're not set back for the day to help us?" And she accepted. I had a nat 20 on that roll. Ended up finding what I thought was a ghost at first, so I went and grabbed the others. Turns out it is a very special kind of herb that grows in a cold mist. So I walked in there, braved the mist, took a little bit of damage, but got the plant, and Salusa was very happy with that. So we made it to the town. We spoke with Salusa a little bit, found out there's an inn, there's a marketplace, there is a smithy, and a few of us went out to go on separate investigations. Einar went to the smithy, Candy went to the gravekeeper, and no, we still have that. Oh, do we? Do we
You'll
lose it? I thought
eventually.
it was. We'll
Uh,
eventually lose it.
I mean, you did. Your smithy competition basically did pretty much take like the whole day.
okay,
That's
fair
fair.
enough.
Uh,
Okay. Um, and Marcus went to the markets. Marcus ran into a kid who stole fish. It was a very wholesome anime pro tag kind of scene where he basically, I want to say, he treated him like Mr. Miyagi did Daniel, in a sense. Um, I helped the kid out, bought his family a bunch of fish, and told them, "Hey, if you can't eat all this, just spread it around. People are kind of out of work at the moment. Uh, help your neighbor." Meanwhile, Candy went to the gravekeeper, immediately didn't trust him because he was senile and was talking about above ground bodies and below ground bodies. And she kept asking about above ground bodies, but he kept denying there were above ground bodies. And eventually, she got him to go dig up one of the graves. And while he was digging up the grave, she ransacked through his basement and his house to find clues. Didn't really find anything. I think she broke his door. So she gave him a couple extra gold coin for his door down in the basement. Um, then Einar did a smithing competition, got some orichalcum, also bought a weapon of orichalcum, and we all found out that there is a duchess or a countess, uh, lord of sorts over this town, and that's where we were headed next. Um, Meanwhile, Evelyn and who else was missing? I think it was just Evelyn because Rhea hasn't appeared yet. Evelyn and Alexander just went to the end to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Or at least get some rest.
I'm not used to doing those, so it was really bad.
Actually, it was really informative. It's just unfortunately my mind is about as good as a strainer is at catching water. So I will be playing it by ear, but I'm already good at that, so don't worry.
Okay. So, you all have currently just, I believe, made your way back towards the inn.
Yeah.
Meeting. I guess Evelyn and Alexander are just currently having some food.
Well, okay, so I'll just say, as we walk, Mark is like, well, hey there, Evelyn. It's been good to see you there. Get all rested up. I know you're a bit tired all that happened there with that, everything happened in that other world dimensional thing and all that.
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's been a little crazy, but I think I've finally got my second wind. What were you all up to?
Well, we was just exploring around town trying to figure out what's going on with this here necromancer in town. Apparently he's been, doing the nasties and preventing people from earning the good hard living. People are starving on the streets due to this.
That
Actually,
does sound bad.
that does bring up another point that a lot of these people don't seem to know that there is a necromancer.
I thought that too. It was a little weird. I figured that would have been common knowledge, but apparently they think it is just random undead attacks. I didn't think you got a lot of that. Didn't think it was that common. I figured, it's kind of like where there's smoke, there's fire. I kind of figured where there's undead, there's a necromancer.
Well, I mean, we do live in a world filled with uh, us and dragons, and things don't exactly make sense all the time, I suppose.
I
What do you
suppose
mean
that's
by
true.
us?
Well, you know, uh,
What we are?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think she's
yeah.
referring.
To yes, I see.
Our special physical abilities and our
yeah.
affiliations.
I mean, after all, and kind of gestures over to Marcus. I mean, he shoots sun bolts out of his hands. His hands don't really
Oh,
stop glowing, I think.
sorry, I missed that.
Oh no. You just she just was like she pointed over at you and was just like, well, I mean, for example, he shoots like bolts of what, like light at people, and well, uh, I don't know anybody else who's done something like that. So yeah, really, all sorts of different people, and well, you'd think it'd be common sense, but this world's strange, so.
Well, that is true. I haven't met too many that can shoot like light from their hands. Even my master couldn't do that. A little odd.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe you're the only one.
Huh. I suppose so. I wonder if I could teach this to somebody else.
I'm sure if you were to try the likes of Candy, she would absolutely be overjoyed. After all, where is... And kind of starts looking around.
Us, Hornswoggle. I bet you went up back to her room to hang out with her little invisible friend.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess if
That
she
is
is
another one of
busy,
your
we shouldn't...
strange words.
What, Hornswoggle?
What is that?
Well, it's a bit like, Hornswoggle. Well, it's a bit like being flusterbusted or, confoodled.
I'm
Never heard of those
supposing...
either.
I suppose those are expressions from wherever you came from?
Yeah, well, I come from a bit of an odd spot. It's kind of like, confused or like being tricked, I suppose, might be the layman's term for it.
She kind of
see.
makes a face, but then, like, smiles and then nods at you. Well, if there really is news of a necromancer, perhaps we should maybe. I don't know. Well, in every town there usually is that and she kind of raises her hands to make air quotes, crazy person who's a little bit more aware about things that go around in town. Maybe there could be something like that. Or you said that we were seeing a duchess, correct?
Yeah, we were about to head up down there and see what's going on there. Figured we'd come back to the inn, see if anybody else wanted to join us before we did speaking to all the hidey-tidy, richy folk.
Right, right. Okay. Well, I would say though that that can be difficult at times. This is just I don't know, sort of a harebrained theory, but um, sometimes when things like that can happen, very well. I said that maybe it's just a happenstance of where we are, but for all we know, it could be that well, maybe they're hiding something.
Uh, Not following you there. Who's hiding something? The Duchess or the Necromancer or the farmers?
Well, I mean, I don't know how you are towards nobility, but typically speaking, people like that can be hand deep in some not great things.
Huh. To be honest, I haven't met too many nobility. Did have men around my farm. Did meet a couple nobles, I suppose, when I was back with my master. We did paint a couple for jobs here and there, but honestly, they seem like okay people.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes they can. I was just saying, that's something to keep note of.
Hmm. So you suspect that they might have something to do possibly with this necromancer, some sort of fiendish activity.
Perhaps. There's always a chance of that, amongst other things.
He's just gonna turn over to Einar. He's like, well, hell, Einar, you seem like you're a bit more with the hoity-toity than I am. What's your opinion on this?
Do I really?
Well, you seem to talk more fancy than I do, I suppose.
Mm, I guess that's the point. At any rate, um, yes, I suppose I have had some experience, though from my land they weren't called nobles, they were chieftains,
Oh,
thanes, and high kings, stuff of that sort.
well, what's the difference?
Terminology, really, but not much else, I guess.
Well, there you go.
Though
You're practically an expert.
people of my land are generally much more straightforward.
Well, I definitely appreciate that. I'm much more of a straightforward man myself.
However, I've been to a few moots here and there, so I suppose I could navigate such waters with not ease, but some familiarity.
There ain't no waters to navigate out there, just good old chat. So that's all we got to do. Tell you what, we'll head up together. We're all like rather, charming and good people individuals. I doubt there is any way they would turn us down if we went up there and asked politely to speak to them. After all, we are here to take care of some rather nasty and terrible business. I'm sure they'll be happy to get all the help they can.
Out of character, Heath, I can hear you dying on the inside.
I told
I'm
you
just
I am
like, that
playing
is
some
not the man I know.
I told
Perhaps-
you I play my character propers.
Perhaps we should avoid mentioning this necromancer to the Duchess, or whomstever it is that runs this place initially.
Oh, so you think we
Not
should go
until
in
we
there?
get.
Oh.
Well, I don't think we should show all our cards at first, especially if there's room to think perhaps they're
Well,
in
well,
cahoots.
well, if you think we can get in there without telling them who we are, I just think I had an idea, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, Miss Evelyn, you are a fantastic singer and bard, correct? Like with the music and everything, you seem to be good at that.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a bit more of a people person, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, well, and
Perhaps. Go on.
since I have the, if I do say so myself, artistic eye instead of hand of the painter. Well, you, Mr. Einar, seem to be a man who has great strength and ability to show up. Perhaps we can get in there some sort of entertainers or something.
Well, I did win the smithing competition. Perhaps that is enough to get us in as well. After all, we have a bard, a painter, and a smithy. A
And
champion of sorts.
Exactly, and I don't mean to brag, but I'm damn hand at the acrobatics as well. I mean, I can do the backflips and such.
It is worth a try.
Now, if we're going to do that, the three of us should probably give ourselves a name. Some sort of troubadour sort of thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
God, we're already at a group name.
This isn't a group name. This is just a name they give us because we're traveling companions or a group.
Let's not lie, it's going to get adopted into the group name.
Well, how about since the three of us are going alone, we should play off the fact that there are three of us. So something along with the term try in it, perhaps?
Hmm.
And we all have varied skills.
The Triforce.
I don't mind. You know what? I like it, but I think it's been copywritten.
What is that?
It's when something is copied and written down. But we could also go. Well, let's see here. Well, we're all different hats, and we all do different skills, and there's three of us. How about the trials? The triangles?
The Trials? Why not the Three Stooges if we're going to go with that?
Whatever you say,
What's
Curly.
Curly?
Oh, look at that hair. It's got the curls in it.
Does I have curls in his hair?
We can be simply known as Thrice.
Yeah, I mean, the name doesn't need to be particularly special, so to speak. It's a temporary name, and, well, it's only for the meantime. I mean, the others don't even have a say in it because they're doing something at the moment, so...
How about Marcus and the
we could always come
Marquettes?
That could work.
I think I prefer Einar and the Funky Bunch.
You two...
How about Evelyn and the backups?
What about Three's Eve?
That also works. I suppose if I'm to be the head of this operation?
Well, I mean, I consider myself quite charming. I know here Einar's pretty good, but I think you got the edge on us, to be honest.
It also rolls off the tongue better than Three's Einar or Three's Marcus.
Three's Eve, I do like it. That is a good name. That's a good one there, Einar. And it does make sense. I mean, with you being the big strong man and me being Mr. Flexiboy, it's kind of like we're your bodyguards.
I suppose so. That is a interpretation. Well, Three's Eve, that could very well work. Yes, then, let us go. If I may, just to make sure that I know exactly what I'm going for, this operation, what exactly is our end goal? We simply want to be able to talk with the Duchess about this matter?
More or less, or gather information. I suppose our first goal is to try to ascertain what they know within their courts and if perhaps they seem to be in on it.
All
Though it
right.
doesn't make much sense as to why they would be in on such a thing, considering it has ransacked their economy here.
Exactly, and if we find out that they are actually trying to get rid of it, we can say, hey, apart from being fantastic entertainers, we're also badass killing warriors that do justice and destroy evil.
That is a fair trade, but you know what they say, Einar. In economy, even during crashes, someone always benefits. So maybe it's them.
Yes, this is true. I'm curious to see if perhaps there is someone who owns the mine among them.
You think that maybe someone's
Someone who owns
sabotaging the mine?
Quite possible. After all, this orichalcum is there, and it seems to be rather valuable among some circles. After all, the weapon I bought, forged from it, is, well, much different than anything I've ever wielded before. Unfortunately, my town didn't really have much other than iron. So, going out into the world and forging with new materials is fantastic for me, but if this is as good as, well, makes everything as good as it does, then I imagine somebody will be making quite a handsome amount of coin from it.
Well, that makes
Of
sense.
course, this could all just be conspiracy, and it might be a lone necromancer acting on his own.
Well, in any
Well,
case, I
let's see
don't.
how big this scheme is as we get closer to it. So yeah.
True.
Well, we ain't gonna figure out anything here sitting around twiddling our thumbs. Let's head over to the palace and see what we can figure out.
Very well.
Well, all right.
Well, Miss Evelyn, you are the leader of the troubadour here. I suppose you should lead the way.
Suppose so. I should mention, cities aren't exactly my best, so if you ever find me veering off in the wrong direction, please let me know, either one of you.
Will do, ma'am.
All
I
right,
have a
we
feeling you're
going.
going to get very used to cities.
Psst. Just, I could have sneak out there. Psst, Anar, are you used to cities? Because honestly, I mean, I've been in them. But again, with my master, I just kind of let him lead. I never actually know about cities apart from that.
Um, Nothing super large. My hometown was a little bit smaller than this one.
Well, I suppose we'll figure out when we get there. Psst, by the way, how are you supposed to introduce a Dutch? How are you supposed to introduce yourself to a duchess? Is it like Miss Dutchy?
Most likely not. We likely won't meet her immediately anyway, but if it's anything like the chieftains, there's some form of introduction. Generally, we would, well, those of us visiting a chieftain not of our own would bow to them.
Well, that is fair. Well, bowing I could do. Okay, I
It
guess.
really all depends.
Well, let's be off.
Okay. So you make your way towards the towards the keep, um, venturing down the various steps and the hillside that just kind of angles slowly downwards to the bottom of the um, town. And this is quite strange. Usually, you'd think that a keep would be at the highest portion, um, towards the north, but no, it's at the very bottom. As you kind of make your way down towards the steps and make your way towards the gate, two guards kind of stand there, and one kind of looks over towards you, towards you all, and just, hey there, How can I help you?
Hi, hello. Um, we are just a bit of a traveling band. Just wondering if we could potentially bestow upon you, or specifically, who am I talking to? Just making sure.
Uh,
I cut out a little bit, so.
it's just a god that he appears to be wearing just normal like regular god armor. It's like kind of like just a few bits of pieces of metal. Like seems to be a breastplate. Um, kind of worn down, and he's got like this kind of like brown hair just peeking out of his helmet, and he's blue eyes, and he's just kind of looking over towards you.
Hi. We just have a little bit of business to do here.
What kind of business?
Entertainment specifically. You see, we are, and because my brain is fucking terrible, I already forgot the name. The Three Eves.
Three's Eve.
Three's Eve. We are a small entertainment band known as Three's Eve, and we were just wondering if perhaps we could provide our performance and entertainment for this specific manner.
Hmm. Um. Well, things are kind of a bit difficult at the moment. There, we seem to be having an issue here in the town, and there's a few things going on that we're trying to deal with at the moment. Are you sure there's a better time?
Which is precisely this is this is if anything the best time. Everyone's spirit seems to be rather low, and of course we've tried to bring just a little bit of light. So why not throw a sort of banquet, something to strengthen the peoples as a whole? You know,
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
a what?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Alrighty.
Better be good at these, you bard. You better be good.
I'm okay. You know what? No, I'm fucking amazing. What do you mean? See, amazing.
Oh god, you have the same bonus I.
Same here. You're not proficient with persuasion?
I'm not.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, I suppose perhaps Mal with the Countess's spirits. Yeah, no, well, let's get you in, I guess. She's been
Thank you
kind
very
of
much.
down lately. Perhaps this will work. Just kind of turns
Of
around
course.
and goes, follow me.
And she she actually turns around behind to flash a quick smile at the others before.
Buck just gives big thumbs up.
Einar gives a stoic nod.
I love how those two are complete opposite. Anyway.
Okay. So you begin making your way over towards, just kind of making up the steps towards the actual kind of like keep that's just like built up on this like small hillside, just kind of raised up within the actual keep itself. As you make your way up the steps, and you can see that it seems to be made out of there's like this stone, this smooth stone foundation that just kind of holds the actual form together, and it seems to be made out of brilliantly carved and cut oaken wood, and it's just you can see that there's pretty clear windows. The front is decorated with an assortment of flowers. Um, there's a small like stone statue just outside the very entrance of the two doors as he makes your way upwards, and he opens the door and he nods towards the other two guards and kind of like give them they're just here to provide a little bit of um, company and perhaps lift Countess's spirits up. I know she's been quite a little bit of worry lately. I don't think she's busy at the moment, so I'm just going, alright, if you say so. Let them in, and
I'm gonna lean
eventually.
over to Eve really quick. Perhaps we should have asked this earlier, but do you have an instrument on you?
By the by the time she actually goes ahead and turns around fully, you will see that she actually has a flute, kind of like tucked within her chest, and she just kind of flashes you a quick smile. It's just like, I do.
Okay, very good. Marcus, I hope you're a good dancer.
Well, I'm not exactly the greatest at it, but I'm not bad either. Like I
Very
said,
well.
better at the acrobats and the dancing, but I could do some flips and stuff to the music. I suppose it's all the same.
Never heard of rhythmic flipping, but I suppose that maybe it would work.
Well, I mean, I heard of this thing called like dance fighting, where you kind of like use the martial arts moves to the sound of music.
Hmm. Kind of like taps her chin for a moment. It's like, I've never heard of that. Well, first time for anything, I guess.
Oh, definitely worth a try.
You make your way over towards the. As you kind of enter inside, you can see there's a few different just variety of flowers just inside sorted out in the small pots along the side of the windows. You can see that there's a few nice furnishings around. Everything inside is just well lit and interiorly, just the interior decoration is fairly elegant. There's a few golden brass chandeliers with these like the gold tips that kind of hold the candles up in the ceiling. As you make your way through, you see that the Countess is currently standing at the back, just looking at the back window, overseeing like towards basically the farms and the outlands. She's just kind of sitting on one of this like this red velvet like sofa, I suppose. Um, she's just like got her legs folded and she's wearing this beautiful red dress that just kind of like gently touches the floor. You see that she has brunette hair and it's kind of held in this circlet, this brass circlet in her hair. And you can see just the little like pinprick of her ear poking upwards. Possibly elf or half elf. As you kind of make your way through, and the guard walks up to her. Uh, Miss Lucine, I took upon myself to hopefully cheer you up. You seem to be a little bit down. There's some performers here. They think that, well, they could probably lift your spirits. Go ahead.
So, oh, so we're looking at the Countess. She's looking. You said down in spirits, kind of sad, right?
She's just looking at the window at the moment. She's got like this kind of somber look to her as she kind of turns towards you, and uh, she kind of looks over towards you, and she gives a soft, small smile, um, and she's raises an eyebrow. Oh, welcome. I'm Countess Sign. I suppose I don't really have anything to do at the moment. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what exactly to do. Your performer's correct, and she looks up towards all of you.
Well,
That's
we are
right.
performers, ma'am, as well as many other things as well. And Marcus gives a bow, but like a comically over the top bow, because that's what he like. High, hardcore Japanese, like poof, halfway down, up, down bow,
Yeah.
because that's how his master taught him how to do it.
However, Evelyn will just provide a little curtsy.
Einar just monkey puppet side glances over at Marcus as he does his over exaggerated bow. Yes, I am Einar Olfsson. He gives a more modest bow. It's nothing over the top. More like a dip of the head and upper body a little bit.
Um, do you need much space at all?
Marcus.
Well, yeah.
I,
Looks over towards Marcus.
well, to be frank, I can work with whatever you have, ma'am. I'm quite limber myself. He kind of cracks his neck.
Alright. I guess this will do. Right where I'm sitting. There's a little bit of space. Let me just get some of the guards to move that table. And she kind of looks over towards the side. Henry, can you help him move the table? And another guard kind of like nods his head. Of course, mistress. As he kind of makes his way over and picks up the table on the side of the other, and you see them like move. Well crafted, ornate table, and there's like this small like ornery pot there, made out of clay with this a few assortments of flowers of vibrant color. As you kind of move them towards the side, and then now there's like a decent amount of space just before her. She kind of turns to face your direction and kind of folds her legs the other way, looks up towards you. Well, whenever you're ready.
Oh, of course.
While that like table moving was happening, Evelyn would have just like kind of raised a hand almost to like push through her hair, but in the moment that it was near her mouth, she just kind of uses message over towards Marcus, and will just quickly let him know that hi, so I'm going to be using a waltz beat. Basically, it's just going to be in this, and then she'll just kind of do 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 do. We'll teach him the proper waltz beat into which he is to do any moves.
Got it.
Just
Got
quietly.
it. The waltz.
Before.
This is gonna be hilarious.
No, it's a waltz beat, but that's the song of what she's going to be. And since
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah.
no percussion, well, yeah,
Yeah.
just to let him know the time signature. But yeah. And then she will attempt to perform basically a flute cover of Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay. All
What a
right.
nerd. What
Marcus.
a nerd.
And I know what are you two doing?
I, as Marcus, will be performing handstands, flips, and other acrobatic feats to the timing of the tune. So every concert where you do, every kind of like double big dip song, he'll do like a handstand to a backflip to a basically doing his Tai Chi workout.
To be honest, with Tai Chi's slow movements,
Well,
that actually
that's the
works
funny.
very well.
I know. That's why I went for Tai Chi workout to the beat.
Okay. And I know what are you doing?
Watching.
Okay.
You know what? To get him involved on this, I will do a lot of the handstands and stuff on Einar's shoulders and do backflips on top of him so he can support me.
That is fucking beautiful.
We can. I'll be the big dude at the bottom of Cirque du Soleil that just like lifts you up on occasion.
You literally
Exactly.
carry the performance.
He's basically my jumping board.
Oh my fucking god.
All right. So go ahead and roll your performance checks.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you have the music.
I can hear it.
Let's see.
15, not bad.
Okay.
Not bad as well. Technically, wouldn't his be athletics because he's trying to support Marcus's bounding?
If
Technically,
it's athletics, then it's a 15.
Okay.
Nice.
3
Look at
15s.
us. Look at us.
All right. Triple 15s. As you're just as the music's played and it's played well, you can see her head kind of like moving towards the music after she gets in time with it, and she's just kind of seemingly enjoying the tune. You see there's a her smile, there's a smile that kind of lifts upon her face as she kind of watches the elegant moves of Marcus just kind of leaping over and using Aina as just support. Is just kind of, are you just sitting there? Or is,
What? Yeah, wait.
Imagine he's just standing there with his arms crossed.
Just like got take up on his shoulders, he like flips over top of him and around him.
I will embellish it a little bit.
Einar's part-time job as a stripping pole.
as the music's played, just kind of lifting over the top of him, and yeah, just it's rather elegant. And as it all finishes up, she just gives a quick like actually a decently long clap as she kind of actually stands up and she looks over towards you.
She'll-
Bravo.
She'll move onto the sides of both of them and kind of push their backs forward in a collective bow.
Did any of the guards watch this?
Yeah, no, there's a few guards that are watching it at the moment, and they join in along with the clapping. And
Can I insight them to see if the countess is happy? It lifts their spirits.
go ahead and roll an insight check.
I would
Good.
like to note that while the performance, if anybody caught her eye, she would wink at them.
Okay. Yeah, you
Just
can
letting
see
the-
that their eyes seem to be mostly trained on the countess at the moment.
Okay.
They are kind of like looking every so often at what's going on, and but they seem to be like half on the performance and half just kind of like gauging the countess's reactions. And eventually, as they start to realize that she's actually enjoying the performance, they too start to enjoy and focus more on the performance. And yeah, they seem. It seems like
Did they seem... this is a bit of a specific question, but when they were watching the Countess, what was on their faces? Anticipation? Fear?
anticipation.
Okay.
Just kind of like waiting to see how everything goes, and
So,
hoping that it'll.
as we finish the performance, because I can't help but Marcus do this because I'm playing my character like an idiot, is the Countess smiling at this point when we're finished?
Yes.
Marcus will stand up and go, I have to say, ma'am, that is a beautiful smile. And apart from being a fantastic acrobat that I am, I also happen to be a bit of a painter. Would you do me the great pleasure of capturing such a beautiful smile?
Capturing? What do you mean? And thank you for the compliment.
Marcus can't help himself, goes into his bag, whips out his paintbrush and supplies.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Here comes the bad roll of the night. It's
Decent.
She looks over towards you and... I suppose painting with myself is completely fine. I'll still be talking. Is that fine with you? You're free to...
Oh, of course. I do have a memory for this sort of thing. I just need to capture the image and I can continue painting. Please continue on your normal conversations. But can I mean, if you don't mind, we can converse while I paint as well. I find chat in the atmosphere of the room of painting an atmosphere and creating such beauty tends to come out when people share their emotions and feelings and their troubles with the world.
Very well. I will do so then, if you don't mind.
Of course, and please, I encourage you, tell me everything that's been going on. I mean, we're all a great bunch here. And he takes out his and begins to paint, and he will try to do psychology painting and try to get info from her as I paint her.
So your performance, correct?
Well, we're a jack of all trades, actually, ma'am. Performing is one of the things we do, but we also tend to be a bit more of the rough and tumble, take sort of the problems when people are in danger sort of thing.
I could probably tell since Did you introduce yourself? I don't know your name.
I don't know.
Yes, I did.
No,
I did.
Yeah, I guess you did indeed.
I know, I believe, and you look like the type who seems like you're more suited towards combat than actual performance, just from what you're wearing there. Um, so I figured perhaps you are mercenaries for hire or something of that sort, or group of traveling
well,
adventurers.
hi, and my name's Evelyn. Just throwing that out there, but
It's good to
because I'm dumb and forgot to fucking say, but she kind of puts a earnest hand on her chest, and it's just, well, it just so happens in this particular case that we're kind of everything for hire. Mercenaries is a little bit more specific. I guess you could call us travelers.
Hmm,
travelers.
I believe one way to put us is we are a troop. A troop that travels to not only bring joy to some and happiness, but safety as well.
You could call us kind of active do-gooders.
Very well. She kind of like takes a deep breath, looks downwards, and seems like she's mulling a few things over at the moment, and her expression drops. But she looks back up to you, and she looks more serious. Smile's kind of faded away. There's an issue here in our town. Well, not exactly in the town, but towards the mountains. I've already called off for the mining lines for the workers to return back, and it seems like there's a necromancer, and I've been trying my best not to have the information spread about it towards the townsfolk, and I hope that you all ensure that you don't spread it to them either. Letting them know that it's a necromancer mean that they might be even more worried that it's an ongoing thing. Currently, I've kind of released the information that it's kind of appeared out of nowhere, and I know it's not good to omit information folk here, but we haven't really had any incidents for a long time. I've lived quite a
That's right.
The issue is that, as it stands right now, just even from knowing that there is undead here, and that even that some of us are out of work, and that it's causing issues within our own economy here, it's proving to be that I don't believe they can handle the information that it might be an ongoing thing. It might be that whoever this is causing this, or whatever it is, that they're continuing to send things through.
Well, Miss Dutchy, I don't mind telling you, it is a fortuitous thing perhaps we are here. Because, believe it or not, our little troop here tends to be rather effective against them undead nasties.
I would say so. Yes.
Well, go on, sorry.
Oh no, it was just we've let's just say that as far as we are concerned, we've dealt with similar things before, and well, and kind of gives Marcus a jovial kind of bump in the side. Is this one right here is particularly a specialist in that case.
Yeah, you could say my inner spirit is rather adverse to the undead decaying forms of the monstrous creatures of the night.
Alright, well, the issue is at the moment that towards the north, further in the mountains, that will be you will find the source. I believe the necromancer is hiding there, kind of occupying one of the bandit mines. It throughout the path along the way, a few people have gone missing. At first, before you hand the necromancer, I'd like to at least bring some respite to the dead, or those who have been killed, um, trying to make their way back here, or perhaps didn't get the announcement that we are currently going under lockdown, trying to keep everyone within the town, at least not heading northwards. A few people have gone missing. There's a clearing up towards the north, just alongside the path, that you'll find, and I'll give you directions to where the roughly their direction should be. But I'd like you to find them and bring their bodies back. Deal with the undead there before you set off to the mountain.
Ma'am, it would be my pleasure to make sure that we help and see if we can at least retrieve your people back, so they can be either buried or brought back alive if we can.
If hopefully they're alive. I certainly hope so. But yes, for the meantime, just try to bring whatever's left back.
Well, I'm sure we will, as I look over to Einar and Everin and kind of give him a solid nod. I think we got ourselves a place to start then, friends.
I suppose we do. One more time, just making sure that I'm getting everything correctly. So where is this place?
Towards the north. If you follow along the pathway, in about a few hours, I think about roughly 2 hours away from the town, maybe 1.5, you'll find that there's a road that kind of leads back towards the east. There you'll find, perhaps within the area where they should be, there's a little campsite clearing.
Well, that's reassuring. And then she'll just kind of look over around at everybody else and just, how about that, boys? What other questions, if you have any, are there? Otherwise, I do suppose we will be on our way.
Suppose the only
Go ahead.
Well, I suppose the only question I have is, do you have any idea what sorts of undead this necromancer has been creating? Is it just like the typical skellies and zombies, or are we looking at something like, big bag ooga boogas?
Oh, we've not heard of any skeletons. They've mostly been corpses raised from dead, still rotting flesh on them. One of my scouts have reported that when trying to look for anyone who's gone missing, there is a particularly large one within the area, much larger than the others. That's all I really have information for within the area. I'm not sure about the mountains.
Well, I guess with that in mind, we have a locale, we have a goal. Evelyn, you said you were going to add something there.
Oh, well, I was just saying, we don't have to go just yet. And she kind of raises up her flute one more and kind of flashes a quick grin towards the Duchess. She does seem a little grim, so might as well.
Fair enough. I wouldn't mind that. You see her smile and all this back. You get a decent painting in it. It's been a little bit rough, as
I'd like to say when she said that. I'd like to say that when she was going to say that they didn't want to spread the necromancer about, his hand just kind of went, oh, fuck.
Like, we hear that?
Because, seriously, I went around telling everybody. Actually, I think we all did.
Oh my god.
Not my best work, but it is passable.
Alright. So another performance.
Yeah. I mean, it's if I doubt it's like an actual performance, and more so just like we did this before we
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me another performance check.
Fine.
Do it.
Do it. I did it.
Lovely. And just playing another song just before you all leave, and you see her. She looks much happier as talking throughout the entire conversation. She gives you a very genuine smile as you finish your song. She claps once again. You can see her smile's just a little bit wider than it was before, and she nods her head at you. Thank you. I really needed that.
Why, of course.
I wish you luck on whatever you need to do. And just, I hope everything goes well.
You know, Miss Evelyn, I gotta say, you play prettier than Nip's backside. As we say to her as we start leaving.
She goes ahead and kind of turns around and like, just flashes you a quick smile. It's just, you think so?
Oh, dang, that's some of the best damn tunes I ever did hear.
Oh, why thank you. I've been practicing for quite a bit now, but I'd say I'm decently confident in what I do. It's nice to know that you appreciate it, though.
Yeah, I just wish I could get my damn painting straight. I have been having nothing but trouble since I've had that dream.
Perhaps you would like to try to paint me. Maybe that will help.
Turns over, looks you up and down. I don't know if I got enough paint left.
What do you mean? He's clearly a petite model. Kind of gestures at the man who is much taller than she.
His mountain-esque stature.
Yes. Petite.
You know, suffice to say, Three's Eve is a good name, but perhaps Hope Bears next time.
Yeah, not bad. We'll have to see what we can, but I say for right now we should head out towards that north. I mean, I'm not expecting to find anybody up there, but if they are alive, time's a wasting.
Okay. And as you all head out, Rhea.
Screams.
Internally.
You'll find yourself awaking in a bedroom of sorts. One of the bedrooms that basically everyone kind of stayed in throughout Dimira's domain. As you come to, you can look around, and the air is a little bit cold. You see elegant furnishings, although the room is dimly lit. There's just a small little candle just off by the bedside table. In the far corner, as you kind of blink your eyes open, you can see the kind of like a figure of a woman, just sitting at the back, just kind of. She's got like this, just like this parchment out, and she's just kind of looking at it at the moment.
Okay. Instinctively, she would check if she has a spell book.
You'd find that you don't particularly find that on you at the moment, and as you just kind of like ruffle around and you look over towards the bedside table, you see like your knapsack's like just on leaning against the wall at the back, and you see a few of your other assortments of items just kind of like on the bedside table, and you do find your spell book on the bedside table as Jamira kind of looks up towards you, and she like scrolls up the parchment. Oh, you're awake.
definitely taking hold of her spellbook, she'd just kind of stare at Demir.
I suppose I should apologize for everything. One of my that you did arrive here along with some other of your well, I should say companions, but they're not here at the moment. You don't really know them, but um, yes, if everyone kind of already left about I lost track of time. Several so hours ago. But you were kind of taken by one of my shades. I guess the energy kind of sucked the life force out of you. That one was severely scolded for what they did. But it seems you're awake now and you look fine. Did you want to get something to eat? I could provide you with some food. You're clutching your spellbook rather tightly there. Is everything okay? Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Demira. Did you want me
Thank
to
you,
do
Judah. That is exactly what I was thinking to myself.
it?
Yup. I got you, fam.
It's okay.
I don't know why I find this so difficult.
Just take one step at a time. In your particular case, your character is quite literally just woke up and is confused, had a weird dream. Shit's funky right now, so
Oh
really.
yeah, I forgot about the weird dream.
Yeah, you basically I mean, you've been unconscious and you would have just had that weird dream.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that part. That would have been like happening.
That would have been fresh in your head. Yeah.
And now this weird shadow lady is offering you food after a shadow demon apparently sucked out your life force.
Kenya still has a better time than Alexander dealing with Marcus and Candy.
I just straight up can't even think.
Well, start with questions, right? So, number one, where are you? Where are
Would it
you?
be,
Who are you? You know.
would it be better if I let Demira kind of lead the conversation and ask you questions and you answer back?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'd say you try that.
Yeah. Should just kind of look over towards you and so what's your name? I hope everything's alright.
I'm so nervous to do her voice.
We can skip it for now and just use your normal one.
I'm still trying so hard to speak in a soft voice and not turn on a fucking British accent. It's so hard.
Come on, I've been speaking like a hick all day. What's the worst that can happen?
Okay, flex later. Okay, fuck off.
I'm just trying not to copy Ragnar's voice with Einar. It's a challenge. It is hard. I've slipped into it twice.
But yeah, no reason to do it just yet. And I can assure that whatever it is, I'm sure we will love it. Because I know I fucking will.
This is so nice.
Yeah!
I
It's okay.
don't like this.
First part's always the hardest. Do you want me to just move on for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get your second wind eventually. It just takes time.
No rush.
As you kind of make your way out, and head towards north, I suppose. You currently you're escorted out by the town guard, by the keep guards and towards the gate, and the one who is like in the room with you just kind of gives you all a smile. Well, thank you for lifting the Countess spirits. I haven't seen her smile that wide in quite some time.
Well, it was an honor to do you service.
What Marcus said, of course.
Wonderful. Alrighty. Well, I suppose you best be on your way. I shouldn't be keeping you.
Well, yeah. Evelyn would just kind of like turn around over towards the others and just kind of almost give them like a searching look of like, is this everything? Sort of look.
Do you want to head north now?
Might be best. I mean, the others probably still need some resting, and like I said, I don't want to leave them people out there in case they might be alive.
Yes.
I think we should
Hmm?
take a. Excuse me, I just ate a bunch of pot pie.
Popeyes or a pot pie?
Pot pie.
Nice.
Yeah, chicken pot pie. Einar just kind of rubs the scruff of his beard a moment. I believe we should take a stealthy approach, but looks down at his large form.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not much of a stealthy person.
I could scout ahead if you like. I'm pretty good at the stealth and the perceiving.
Skeet ahead. Scout ahead. I said skeet ahead.
Oh, Skeeter
I
ahead.
thought C and the and scout. Oh, beautiful.
Ahead.
Anyways.
Perhaps, but how would you inform us if you reach danger, or if the route is clear?
Well, maybe if I stay... What, you have that message spell correct there, Evelyn?
Yes, I was just about to say, perhaps I could check in with you every minute, 5 minutes?
Yeah, we'll keep about 120 feet or whatever the range of that thing is between each other while I scout up, and you just keep the message in my head when you think it's necessary to, keep you updated. And if shit gets really bad, I'm pretty fast, so I can run right back to you.
That admittedly gets like a little bit of a smirk from her as she just kind of nods. Just, all right, well, just make sure, okay? We'll
I
be
got
more
this.
blind if we lose our scout.
But don't worry, I got the painter's eye.
She kind of goes ahead and admittedly like rolls her eyes and just kind of gives you a quick pat on the shoulder.
It seems we have a plan then.
Indeed we do.
What
How?
do you do?
So I guess we head north, and Marcus will scout ahead 100 or whatever the range of the spell is ahead.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use Ragnar's horse. I don't like the one I'm using.
What?
I'm changing his voice. I don't like it.
I know that Ragnar's is more quote unquote knightly, so I suppose that makes sense.
I have more fun talking that way too.
But he's such a silent boy.
Sometimes. Just get them riled up.
Imagine getting one of Nano's NPCs riled up. Imagine Nano having NPCs.
Wow.
It's just a prank.
Bro, I felt that. Is this the phantom pain they talk about?
No, I love your NPCs.
Right, very well.
Okay.
By the way, DM, you have feedback.
Yeah?
An echo.
Is it still going through? Oh.
On
Lovely.
occasion.
On occasion. Lovely. Let me put this
Do
up.
I need to buy you a headset?
It's like, it's real sensitive sometimes, and sometimes it isn't. And I'm just, like, I have to put it back and forth. Like, when I'm playing games with my friends, sometimes they're like, oh yeah, we can't hear you. Can you speak up? I'm like, ah! I'm pulling it up and down constantly.
Fair enough.
Maybe it's just like sometimes I'm like more vocal and sometimes I'm just like very quiet.
That could be true. So, Marcus will scout ahead, I guess.
Okay. So the journey takes you about an hour-ish, just venturing along north along the path. So you eventually find the road that kind of veers off to the side, and you walk for about another 10 minutes, and eventually you can start to see that a clearing is off towards the distance. Marcus, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Okay. Completely.
Stop! You're doing it again!
Diligence really gets you those crits. Just gotta work hard for them.
In the words of Chris, fuck off!
As you make your way upwards, and you can see just within the distance here, there seems to be quite a bit of zombies just within the area. Let me pull you out towards the map just. And you can see they're just kind of like idling by, and you can see that there are a few bodies just laying out throughout the area, and there's ones that are hunched over them, just kind of like ripping through their guts at the moment, and just kind of like tearing off an arm or so or whatever, and just like going through, different of the bodies. In the distance, you do see a larger one who's just kind of like looking up towards this rather tall tree in the back. And you just kind of hear the sounds of moaning and throughout the area.
Fucking wanker fucked it up.
Hey.
Holy meat, is that you?
Woo!
So this is what I see. So I see zombies and an ogre zombie.
Yeah.
So when I get the message from Ev,
Yeah, she's just. Anything yet?
well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies and a big ass decaying motherfucker. He's bigger than Einar.
Oh my, that sounds troublesome. They didn't spot you, did they?
Now I got this under wraps. I can't even see myself right now.
They'll turn towards.
Shut up! It's like one staring at his back directly, just. But yeah, I was just like, okay, well, how are we? And like this time, she kind of goes ahead and will kind of ask Einar, but also like put inside of the message. It's just, so how do both of you think that we're going to be approaching this? Just rush on in. I mean, they are zombies.
Well, I'll tell you
I'm
what.
sorry,
Why
but
don't you
what do we even? What does he see? You haven't told me yet.
Oh, sorry. She just like a little bit of a extra darkening to her cheeks just kind of forms as she. Right. So basically, and kind of relays the same information.
The old 6 on 3.
This is usual for you.
No. Never fought a zombie before. I have fought a bear, though, and he was pretty big.
Then I suppose you will be able to take on an undead ogre, no problem.
Well, I could certainly try, but seems like a interesting idea. What about a plan to get out of there in case things go bad? Can he draw any of them away?
Well, he does shoot. 1 second, and kind of puts a hand over to her mouth again and begins to whisper. And says, "You wouldn't happen to have any particular tools for driving them away in case things go bad, right?"
Well, I mean, if we want to separate them, I got a plan. The zombies tend to move kind of slow, right?
Right.
Well, I can pop a few out from a distance here, draw them towards me, and as I'm popping and running, as they chase me down, you guys get ready and pounce on them.
That is true. Although, just do be sure to be careful. The necromancer was abducting people, and I know they were just civilians, but just be diligent, you know?
Who do you think you're talking to? I got this, don't worry.
Oh, God. Sobbing internally.
Hey, I'm 120 feet away. It's not like I'm a 3-mile run this time.
Got echo again, Mr. DM. The struggles of good recording software.
Oof.
It's really just
That
the
was the
struggle of
most
having...
clear I've ever heard you. You just need to, literally all you need is just a pop filter and you'll be fine.
It's like it's a headset, and like yeah, probably, but like, it's
Pop, pop, pop.
My headset does the exact same thing though. By fucking random check, is it Sennheiser's by chance?
it is Still Series.
Okay, I don't have familiarity with that, but mine has the same problem where
it's
it'll
like
just occasionally echo for no reason.
I swear, like sometimes it's like I swear it's like the angle I put it on my head. Like sometimes like it's completely fine, and it's like even lower, like it's got an even higher
I don't even know how a
sense-
headset echoes.
It's just like
I'm assuming I mean, it's all connected to one another. Oh my god, it's happening again.
yeah, I don't. I just
I think a pop filter would fix the problem.
Well, part of it, but yeah.
It's a cheap solution.
Yeah.
What if I just scream, be very loud, and I'll put it all the way?
It's way
Or you
down.
can turn on
Your-
push to talk.
Yeah,
Or
stop
you just
fighting
push-
it.
I'm just not used to push.
Then get used to it.
Probably.
Push to talk is life.
Whenever I'm casually speaking with people, I don't have it. But whenever I'm playing D&D, amongst other things, then I use it. You
That
have
is
to
fair.
become ambidextrous in the art of my.
Well, in any case, this, with that side tangent fully explored,
Hi.
did we want to start our throwdown, or did Crystal want to go back to her scene?
Oh, that scene had already essentially passed.
No, fair enough.
I had played out the idea that since Rhea really doesn't know who the fuck Demara is, they just kind of stared at each other awkwardly until Demara was just like, "Let me just go ahead and get you to the others." It's just like, "Yeah, thanks."
You know what? I would very much appreciate it if it just comes out that she walks out of this interdimensional portal as a monk just runs past and goes, "I wouldn't stand there if I were you!" Just goes in full tilt. Looks over there, ogre zombie.
Rhea being confused for one day straight.
What is wrong with you people?
What the
There
fuck
we
has
go.
my life turned into?
It
How-
just sees the one man the size of a small mountain running towards it.
Oh my god.
How anime pro tag scene would that be?
Evelyn just walks up next to Rhea, waves, and just continues whispering into her
The
palm
most awkward intro to half the party.
in the middle of combat. I mean, that really is, so... But yeah, I think that's
Would
about
be
it,
a
so...
really cool intro, though.
It's kind of like how the Avengers talk to each other mid-combat.
Would you like to be introduced mid-combat, Crystal?
Not really.
But it'd be funny! Okay.
I feel like it's easier to sometimes introduce your character if, like, you're just doing mechanical choices instead of actually introductions, and it just kind of gets you into the groove of, oh, I'm playing my character, but I haven't really said anything. Up to you.
Yeah.
Maybe it could help, but
I mean, I also don't have spells on my sheet.
Oh
Lovely.
shit.
Well, to be fair, throw on magic missile and like fire belt blast, you're good to go. Throw on shield, you're good to go.
But yeah.
It's the bare necessities.
Although I suppose a flavored spell list with a wizard is all the better. All what is desired.
Well, like I
But
say,
with all that being
yeah,
said...
you can pick your 3 combat spells you'll need for this fight, and then you're good to go. Which is shield, magic missile, and fire.
that's right. Then after
I mean, I'm sure Storm would let you change them.
Yeah.
After the fact. But it's up to you.
But the thing is, like, once you're done with the combat, you're basically, oh, I now have to RP.
It's up to you, home slice. You can always come up later as well. So
Yeah.
we just trying to give you hooks. You are the fish. You have to
I'd
bite on
rather
one of them.
not do the combat.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well, in that case, I guess Marcus will do his plan. He will sneak up with his perfect 25 stealth, go to this closest zombie. Which side am I coming in from? I'm assuming the south?
From the west.
Oh, I'm coming from the west. Okay. So go into the closest zombie here within 30 feet where I have my... Oh. Where I have my ability to punch him with fire, my blazing fists. I'll get within 30 feet of him on a sneak.
I'll say we can come in from the southwest, just because there's more room for others to be on the map, I suppose.
That's fair.
If you're gonna be...
Evelyn, perhaps we should move in a little bit closer if he's going to engage.
Oh,
Another trick-
sorry. Yeah, she will quickly fill him in just on the plan because that's what I was trying to say a bit earlier. It's just like, so basically, yeah, Marcus is going to be firing from afar and leading them closer, and when they get close enough, that's when the both of us are going to do.
Wonderful. Now I can test out this wonderful new Warhammer.
Did he have this when she first met him, or was
Nope,
this
he
No, he
won
bought
the
it.
development? I imagine he just like still has like a bow on it.
Haven't even taken the price tag off.
Kinda-
Spins it around a couple of times.
She gives the metal a nice little fleck and kind of rubs her finger. It's just like, well, that is impressive. All right, well, yeah, you're right. We should begin to move in just a little bit, but remember, it's on Marcus's queue, so. And she will let him know that as well.
Okay, ready to go! And I will, with my stealth, I'll move up into 20, 30 feet, keeping in the tree line, and so, if I do my pop, 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 are they at advantage because I'm stealthed?
Yes.
Perfect. Why
I'm
not?
totally
Oh,
gonna forget that I'm gonna be speaking and I don't have push to talk on, and I'm just gonna be saying words.
We believe in you.
you got this! So, I
If
will...
we ever notice that you become quiet for a long time while the Storm push to talk.
Yeah.
So, unleash my 3 flurry of blow attacks as I go full Vegeta mode.
Bah, bah, bah.
All right.
Do we still have our bonus HP right now?
Nope.
15 damage.
It's this is all within the same day, correct? Of when you arrived in town,
Yeah.
We didn't rest.
and you had it.
This
Yeah,
is
you
like
didn't rest.
nighttime we're doing this.
Yeah, then we would have lost if it's nighttime, because it's only 24 hours.
Arrived
call.
in the morning. I'm just trying to determine the time. So you kind of had a competition for about. No, I'd
Didn't
say
we get it in the morning?
Hmm?
I thought we got it in the morning.
no, that was just a regular meal. That was
Oh,
not a hero's feast. No.
okay.
Okay. I'd say you'd have the tail end of about 2 hours of it left.
Oh, perfect.
Two,
So,
1 hour of it left. So yeah,
Time to re-add it.
you're gonna need it.
17.
we're going to need it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
Or maybe.
Anyway,
I mean, if kiting goes well.
15 radiant damage. Pop, 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 pop!
Okay, just to the first one.
Yeah, that's the only one I can reach.
Okay. Yeah. All that hits as you just blast out this radiant burst of energy as it just comes through the tree line. As it just blasts one to the shoulder, like knocking it back. It just kind of slowly starts to turn, like get up, from over this corpse as it turns towards you. Another one knocking it in the other shoulder as it like stumbles backwards, and the third blast just knocking its head, just flying straight through its forehead and coming out the other side as it just kind of falls back.
Did I actually just kill the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta love that radiant damage. Zombies do not get no fortitude.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Well, that went better than expected. I'm assuming the others have seen me now.
Yeah, though, as the blasts just kind of fly outward, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Marcus just shouts, "Come get me, you undead fucks!"
She's gonna quickly shoot a message before. And says, I thought you needed our help.
Just call me Sayataman.
Ooh, I found Einar's battle music. You gonna put that fat initiative up? Turn order?
One punch! Another 20!
I'm so sick of you, Heath. I'm so sick.
I don't know
Stop
what it is
it.
with Marcus, man.
I think I deleted your new one. I know. as I was trying to delete the old ones. Just roll it again and I'll put in.
But I rolled an 8. Or a 7.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Well, at least I know I'm ahead of all the zombies because I know a zombie's dex is not a 16.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, Evelyn. This is a great test of our strength. 3 versus 6.
Just hear a shout. There's only 5.
3 versus 5. You know what? I'll count the big one as 2. 3 versus 6, yes.
All right. What are you suggesting?
To not die.
Oh. She kind of like quirked an eyebrow at you at first when you were saying a test of our strength, and then it was just like thought you were gonna mention a competition or some shit, and then she's to not die. That dry ass response, and it's like, oh, okay.
Tell you what, I'll deal with the big one. You guys get the little ones. How about that?
All right.
I have a plan for that one.
The way Marcus is going, they might all be dead before you guys get there. If I keep that
Right.
up, fuck.
Yeah, roll more nat ones, why don't you?
Believe that's all of them.
One,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
All right, Marcus, top of the initiative.
Sweet.
Okay. Also, because you crit on your initiative, you get a advantage on your first action that you take. First
attack. Nice.
thing, first attack. Yes,
So
We're
I'll
gonna keep
take,
pretending
Is
like
that a
he
homebrew?
needs advantage.
it is a homebrew. Yes.
so I'm gonna go
Interesting.
there. I'm going to use unarmed strikes on that zombie ahead of me. So my first attack is at advantage.
All right.
I felt it. I knew it was gonna happen. I just felt it. Stop. Rigged. Rigged. You have the very opposite version of the bad luck that I had all last month. What the fuck? This isn't fair.
One to the left.
Yeah, the only one. The one who's in 30 feet of me is that guy.
6 points of rating.
God, and I
want-
will flurry of blows because why not?
Alrighty.
I want to know what it's like to be kissed by the gods.
That one dies with the second hit as you just send out.
Oh,
two,
the second
like,
hit?
radi- Yeah, the second just finishes it off.
So I
As
didn't
the
use my
blast of
flurry of
radiant
blows. Okay.
I mean, you still do because.
Oh.
Unless you use bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action attack because I'm allowed to use bonus action without flurry of blows to do it.
Okay.
I only use flurry of blows if I need it.
Okay.
Okay, so I killed another one. So, well, these are less impressive than I thought they'd be. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I could also go. That would get me 30 feet to hit that guy. Then I could retreat 10 feet. Why not? I'll hit with that last attack so I don't lose it. I'll hoof here, hit him for 10,
Alright.
and then I'll move there, and then I key.
You hear that storm?
Yep. Alrighty. As you move upwards towards the other one, sending out another blast of radiant energy, just singeing towards the shoulders, as you retreat back. Evelyn.
All right. Let's see. I suppose in this particular case. Yeah. So in this case, what she will do? Let me fucking measure things. Oh, everything's out of range. Well, sort of. Well, with that being the case, I suppose that first she will just go ahead and kind of place a quick hand on brain fart. I don't know why this is happening. Einar. But yeah, no, she'll just place a hand on Einar's shoulder and it's just, well, you said you had the big guy. I'm big guy. Take care of the big guy, and she'll give him 2 slaps and an inspiration. But and then after that, I suppose, is it possible if she could potentially stealth forward up 30, or?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
All right. Well, here, let me move the distance first, and hopefully. No, I ain't gonna say shit. Let's go! Well, that's terrible.
Marcus turns around, just waves at you.
She waves at you back.
Alright. As you make your way upwards. Stealthily, at least. What you think you are doing.
Not after Marcus's wave. Alright, but I was underneath the impression that was going to be an action, my bad. Okay, well, other than that, shit. Yeah, that's out of range. Yeah, no, I guess in this case, I will just sit here, be pretty, use the dodge action in case anything terrible happens.
Okay.
But, yeah, that'll end my turn.
At the end of your turn, you hear the voice kind of like shout out from the tree near the large ogre zombie, and you hear him just kind of yell, "Hey! Hey! Oh, thank gods! Thank the gods! Someone's here! Oh no! Okay, maybe I should have shouted." As you see the ogre zombie just kind of walk towards the tree and just kind of glaring upwards as it starts to like bring it like try and shake him down from the tree. Yep, should have said anything. Oh shit!
You hold on, man. You hold on as tight as you can. I believe in you.
Oh my fucking, he's stupid, I love him. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, let's just let's just hope that terrible things don't happen.
Okay, that one dashes over here.
As Marcus notices, oh fuck, some of them are faster than I thought!
Me sobbing, I was right. I knew I should have prepared the healing word action.
Oh man, I'm fine.
I mean, I'm sure, but...
Okay, I got a couple of things I can do. Right off cuff. So I will use my bonus action to invoke Uvar.
Okay.
As his left eye flares up with that stormy blue magic, and then I'll use my action to dash here with my mace and my warhammer and shield at the ready.
Alrighty.
Sans eye.
Now I'll shout at the big, "Hey, ugly! Come on!" And I'll just smack my shield with the warhammer. I don't expect it to work.
Roll me an intimidation check.
I'm so proud of you. You're gonna do amazing.
At disadvantage. It's currently focused on the man who's yelling at the top of his lungs.
Okay, I got an idea. Then I will use my bardic inspiration. It's a D8.
Okay.
No, I'm not that high level yet.
D6.
Yeah.
16.
Still good.
16.
It's still currently looking towards the tree, just kind of smacking it. looks it over, it turns his head for a moment, turns back towards the tree. Yeah, maybe I should have stayed quiet.
All right, Marcus, you peeled that thing off.
I'll see what I can do. Just kind of pushing off the ghoul that's trying to eat me.
On its turn, it's just going to bring its like this large like morning star as it pulls it out of like the like part of its body and just goes to smash it against the tree, and you just hear it just rumble. It's like, oh god, it's trying to shake me down, man. No, stop, stop yelling.
You got it, man. I'll be there in a minute.
A minute's too long.
Okay,
Hang in there.
give me 6
literally.
seconds.
That's its turn. This one is going to run towards you. Just kind of like it takes off in from this like kind of like lumbering state to just like running over towards you guys as fast as they can. Marcus.
I turn my companion. Do you got this, or you need a hand over here?
I think we'll get the big one's attention regardless next. He grins at Mark. Don't forget, he's not the largest thing out here.
Fair enough. Well, should we? Okay. In that case, I will. I'll polish off the zombie first. I'll just do my my radiant punchies on him.
Alrighty.
Oof. I think it still hits a zombie though.
That does indeed still hit a zombie as you throw out your radiant punch and your fist lights up and just smacks it straight into its jaw as you watch as the radiant energy sears like the jaw away as its head just kind of like is knocked off. It's like just twisted around and it falls back as the radiant energy starts to eat away at the rest of its head, and slowly like there's just a headless body though.
Well, that's 3. You know what? I'm just gonna do my best and help that man. I think you got these guys right, and I'm gonna go 5, 10, and I will take the attack of opportunity. 15.
But I wanted the big one.
15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay.
Just put misses.
As it tries to claw out towards you, just kind of rake towards your legs as you leap over its claw.
30. I think that gets me. Actually, I'll 25 feet worth of movement there. Gets me just in touch, and I will radiant blast that guy up the butt.
Okay.
It's rigged. It's rigged. How? Why is Marcus? He's just a glowing beacon of luck. I hate it here. I hate it here.
Was he a halfling?
As just another bright radiant burst of energy just flies straight from your hand out towards the back of this creature, and you just take out like a small chunk of this flesh just sears away as you just hear it lumbering. Just, looks over towards you for a moment, looks back towards the tree, and just kind of decided where to go. Evelyn.
Oh, I still got movement left, so
Oh, you see the movement?
now that I got his attention, I'll go 30, 35, 40.
Alright. Evelyn.
Or actually, no, I'll actually go screw this patch. I'll go. I'll go this way. There we go.
If you do an attack that does an attack roll, I will use my reaction to give you advantage. I was gonna do it to Marcus, but clearly he doesn't need it.
I really like the idea of a sunbolt suddenly being charged with a little spark of electricity, though. That's
I don't know what it is about Marcus, though. I've never rolled like this. Like, the diligence really showing.
Alrighty. Yeah, Evelyn.
hi. It's like, you know what? No, I am gonna give you some fucking inspiration. Cause fuck you and your luck. I'm not gonna treat you any different. Okay, I'm just saving it for a rainy day. Okay, so seeing Marcus absolutely fucking double it on the battlefield, Evelyn would just kind of go ahead and call out with just like almost in a tone that almost sounds like a whisper, although being very much loud. It's just, you're doing great. Just keep it up out there.
Double thumbs up, just kind of
And,
running backwards.
And while that's at the means, interestingly, okay. And when she goes ahead and walks forward, she just kind of will get. How far? Yikes. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. She's just gonna go ahead and just kind of move around to the side where she can get a good enough sight. And she will just go ahead and whisper. It's just over. She'll just go ahead and yell over at the zombie, and she'll just be like, "Wow, you really didn't even need rotting flesh in order for your breath to be that bad."
The one above, right? I know.
I have to get like 5 feet ahead in order. Yeah, the one above Einar. Oh, that's drawing. And I just deleted myself. That's nice. Doing great, guys.
Evelyn, your stealth is getting really good.
Make sure you roll initiative again so I can plug you back in.
And who needs to roll nat ones when you just delete yourself?
Self-denial is a very powerful trait.
I'm gonna give the creature disadvantage on its saving throw.
Wait, you already... Oh, yeah, you didn't give him the... Yeah, okay.
Okay, so it's a vicious marker.
Yeah. On this boy. And let me roll it. 1!
Fails as I put those little apostrophes everywhere. As you see the spark of lightning just arc out towards the ghoul, and it seems to just there's a snap like it just feeds right into, like, it appears in front of its face, and it just kind of like seems to be just affected by the words of what Evelyn said to it, and just looks over towards you. I know, somewhat distractingly, as it kind of looks over towards Evelyn.
She will notice this, and she will just kind of... Interestingly enough, no. She'll just smile and go ahead and step on back. Because fuck that. Getting caught. Nah. She will go ahead and go about 10 feet back here.
Okay. Its turn. It is going to make a claw attack against you, Einar.
Okay.
Disadvantage, which turns that into a miss as it goes to swipe down towards you, and it's currently distracted by Evelyn, and you manage to just, like, see as it's, like, moving its claw towards you, you just shoulder shove the, shield bash the claw away.
Pathetic.
As the other one moves towards you. and also close towards you. Misses. As it also just trying to like claw towards your legs, and you just lift your foot away. Alrighty. Einar.
Einar will just let out this almost barbarian-esque yell, just this war, as he uses Giant's Might.
Alright.
So he grows large. Hopefully that will get the ogre's attention. And then I'm gonna smack the one that Evelyn did.
Okay. Make your turn. Hits.
Nice.
11 damage.
Dealing 11 points of damage.
Damn.
It's not actually.
As you bring your
It's
what,
not
sorry?
11 damage because you got a +2 on your bludgeoning for your D6, Nano.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask. Does the +2 still apply to that or no?
What do you mean?
For the Giant's Might, I'll take it out. It's 9 damage.
Yeah, it shouldn't be there for that. It should be just for the weapon damage, right? So it shouldn't affect your Giant's Might.
Two. So 2 plus. I'm so confused.
Well, it's a
It
2
was
plus
the
2
work
plus
call
2
from
plus 3 because he
Yeah.
had a +2 on the. You're not allowed to add modifiers to Giant's Might.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so it's only 9.
9 damage, which is pretty low for me.
Alright.
I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay.
I would really like to go hit the ogre, but
As you just bring your Orichalcum Warhammer down, just freshly crafted, well, not crafted, freshly bought. So you bring it down, smashing into like the shoulder, and you can hear that the bones kind of crack from the impact. This is going to, the ogre is going to turn around and make its way over towards, and just kind of dashing towards
Marcus?
just standing right there. That's its turn.
Marcus
Marcus.
looks up. You're bigger than I thought you'd be. Okay, I got this. I will take out my bow staff, swirl it over my head, and then crack it in the knee. Oof.
Missing, unfortunately, as you just try to stab at the knee, and it just kind of like moves its leg aside, and you just smash it into the ground as dirt kind of kicks up.
Okay, I've learned that I'm not particularly good with the stick anymore. I am a little out of this.
Hit him with your light beams again.
Hey, yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna flurry of blows. Yeah, just blow my
Okay.
last key point.
It's
Damn, max damage on
Yeah.
both hits.
14 points of damage as you just blast radiant energy out towards, and just yeah, just you see that is it like melee attacks?
Yeah, there's a poof. Just
Okay.
my hands light up and I
As-
just go right into his chest.
Yeah, as you leap up and send like 2 punches towards his chest, more along the lines of its like stomach area, but you managed to connect, and
Marcus looks up at the big ogre and is like, you know what? I'll see you later! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
okay.
Because he's either going to get a swing at me now or a swing at me later.
So he brings his Morning Star into you, and you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as he just smacks you in the back as it sends you flying forward and stumbling as you almost tumble to your feet, but you catch yourself as you're just kind of like running away from this large creature.
Okay, that hurt. I'm okay though. I'm okay.
So I wanted you to take the little ones.
Okay,
But it is fine. It is fine.
Evelyn.
Okay. Wait, sorry. Did I like not see something, or how did Marcus end up all the way over there?
I ran like a bitch. I got 40 feet of movement. I am using it.
I see. Also love the fact that Einar is now as big as this fucking ogre. That's great. But I will say that neither of you sustained damage, or have you?
I've sustained 16 points of damage, but that's nothing because I still have the feast under me, so I'm fine.
Right. With that being said, I suppose.
Make it think
Yeah.
it's dumb.
No. Nah. I still have to get used to playing Goyle. But no, she will go ahead and just move. I'd say over about here before
A female.
female, femoid.
Female.
Man. But nah, she will go ahead and move over here before she goes ahead and will just kind of. Yeah, I'd say so. She just goes ahead and reaches a. She just goes ahead and places a single finger between, right in front of her lips, and she just goes ahead and lets out a hush. And when doing so, she will go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers on this boy at 2nd level.
Disadvantage on that saving throw, bro.
I'm gonna take advantage of that disadvantage for as long as I can.
Fails.
Wow.
Taking 19 points of damage.
His eye flares up again, just causes like a distortion around the ogre that allows things to just be a little more effective than maybe you thought.
As he just kind of cold brings its hands towards his head, it just lets out a roar of pain. And begins running away.
Wonderful.
It just uses its movement?
It's movement,
Right.
yeah. Its reaction to move as far away. Or, let me see. If on a failed save, it takes 3d6, or in this case 46 second damage, and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Although, to be noted, it does not move into obviously dangerous ground.
Which puts him pretty much right back towards the tree again. He's like,
Evelyn,
oh
the
god,
wrong
it's so right. Wait, why is it coming back? What'd you do, man?
In her secrecy, she just goes ahead and a little grin pops out, but it quickly turns back into a focused gaze on the battlefield around her.
Okay. This one's going to take its swipe against you. I know. Nope, misses. It's just trying to claw against you, and your large form is just able to kick its claw out of the way as the other one goes to claw attack you as well. Does 21 hit?
Yes.
21, yes.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a con save.
Which is why Marcus is staying away from those fucks.
Ooh. Okay, you just managed to save there as you feel this kind of effect take hold, and you feel like your body slightly seizing up as you break out of it.
Okay.
I know.
All right. I will smash this guy again.
Okay. Hits. Dealing 8 points of damage. Yes.
Love those twos, man.
As you're just bringing it down towards you, smashing it, another crack into its like spine as you hear bones smashing. You see it like just barely get up from the below the impact. Okay.
That's my turn.
This one's turn.
Yep. By the way, thank you so much, Judah.
Yeah.
Runs towards the closest target, which is
Marcus, yes, I'm well aware.
Ooh, and he is 5 feet too far for me to help you.
smashing down towards you.
He ain't gonna do shit.
13 misses as it,
Ugh.
you just manage to
See?
dodge out of the way as you see it come. As you see it's like move towards that direction, and you're like, oh, it's moved away. Oh, wait, it's coming towards me. As you just see the morning star, and you just narrowly dodge out of the way as it smashes into the ground, just sending up dirt, flying up into the air. As you're just like, oh.
Okay, that was close. Okay, I got this. You got this, Marcus. Come on, you got this, buddy. Woo! And I will take out my bow staff again. Two-hand strike.
I love the idea of him psyching himself up.
Boom!
Oh.
Hit. 8 points of damage.
Then I come up with my radiant damage and just toe stomp him.
God, Marcus.
This
Unnatural
suck
20s? You're off your game.
They take it he's still up with that after only 12 more damage, eh? Fuck.
Yep. Just still looming over you. Evelyn.
Hold up, I still got movement.
Oh, okay, you're moving in. Oh,
I'll
Just
just
run over here.
I'll stop there, unfortunately, because I don't want to blow all my movement. I don't want to
Okay.
disengage. I don't want to take that attack of opportunity because I can't outdistance him right now.
Evelyn.
Alright, well, I suppose in this particular let's see.
Kill this stupid little one. I have a thing I can do to the big one.
Oh no, I've been thinking about that as well. I have to think broader because I'm a support, god damn it. Yeah. I suppose in this particular case, then, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and...
Call the big one fat.
Yeah. Precisely. No, it's probably best, actually, that we do get rid of these fucking grunts before anything else. But also that Marcus, like, desperately needs to get over here before he, gets pounded into the dirt. So...
Fairly the
Hang
little
on.
ones can stun, I guess.
Yeah. So... I'm gonna go with what my first thing that came to mind.
That ogre's gotta be looking pretty rough, though. He's taking like 70 points of damage.
Gonna go ahead and move on over here. Nice. And just go ahead and calling out first over towards Marcus. It's just, come on! Is he bloodied by chance? Can
No,
zombies be
not
bloodied?
yet. I'm just above it. Thanks. I'd be near dead if
No,
it wasn't for that
not
hero's
you, not
feast.
you. The ogre.
He's looking pretty hurt.
Alright, it's just, you got this, come on, you're so close! And we'll give him
I'm
a
already
bardic
inspired.
inspiration.
I already have
You
one, so
are?
you can't. Yeah, I just haven't needed it.
Sad face. Well,
Inspired
if that's
the
the
zombie.
case... Well, now you get two, no. If that's the case, then...
I mean, I'll take a bardic inspiration. I don't roll 20
You know what?
20s all day.
Yeah. It's just, come on, just go ahead and get rid of those ones and we can continue going on. Remember, the big guy's still yours. And we'll go ahead and give you that. And on the other side, she will indeed. Let's see. Oh, yes. She will go ahead and call over to that one. It's just, come on, you can even shake down a tree, and now you're going after this one? Aren't you a little off your game?
So you're still out.
Please fail.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Technically, isn't he in 60 feet of you? Oh no, he's 65. Never mind.
Nope.
What's your save DC?
1 second, sorry.
14.
Saves.
Damn it!
Damn it!
As it just like seems to not even pay any heed towards your words, as he just looks down towards Marcus.
Ha! Hi there.
Evelyn will just yell out, diligence! Woo! Raises a single hand up in a hoot.
Kind of gives you an awkward thumbs up smile. Dislocated shoulder.
DM, I got a little bit of a weird question for you before you go into these zombies attacking me. Since I can give them disadvantage on a saving throw, is it a con save for zombies?
Yes.
But those aren't zombies you're fighting.
No, it's for the undead fortitude.
Yeah, for undead fortitude.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if my Uvar could disrupt that.
Yeah.
By giving it disadvantage. I don't use zombies all that much, so.
No. Yeah, you can. But it's
I can?
Yeah, you can. It's a con save.
Nice.
It's going to make its claw attack against you, though. That does not hit, as the second one also does not hit. As they're just trying to slash towards you, unable to find purchases, you just battering them off. This one's going to... start moving as they kind of circle around you. I know. Your turn.
Good. I will move here first. Then I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay.
You are inspired still.
11 does not
Does
hit.
he even need it? Oh, shit.
Oh, those are not zombies. Those are ghouls.
Oh, I didn't catch that memo. Ha 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 ha.
17
Hits.
with my inspiration.
As you just bring your hammer, inspired by the words that you were given before, you just bring your hammer and smash it right into the skull. Just you hear the sound of bones just breaking as it just what's left is just a bloody pulp, just above its head.
Way to go, Anna! Way to go, buddy! Doing great!
I will move another step forward,
Okay.
and I will go ahead and I'll wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to that for Beefy Boy if he survives this next round.
Well, the thing is, if I take radiant damage, kills him automatically, so...
He is going to bring its attack down towards
Please help. Please.
you. 19 to hit.
You could have helped. Why didn't you help me?
Sorry, I was reading a message. Yeah, I can use my Uvar
make
to
it-
give him disadvantage on his attack.
Okay. As
If it's not too late.
No, it's fine. As he brings it down, and as you see the spark of electricity just... As it's going down to hit you, and you just see it... Something stuns it for a moment, and that's just enough for Marcus to move out of the way as it brings it into the space where he was previously before. And just...
I got this! Okay! Thanks a lot, Randa! Woo! Okay, I got this! I'm back in the game! Kinda like this, like shadow boxing.
Okay. Marcus.
I will start off with a quarterstaff blow. Jesus!
Stop! Stop! Something has to be wrong.
14 points of damage as you bring your quarterstaff just smashing into it.
You still up?
Yep.
You can't hear it before Storm's gritting teeth, but he's like 5 HP left. I fucking bet. Cough on him. Give him Corona.
He's still got a decent amount of health.
7 more radiant. I just Johnny Cage punch him in the crotch.
As you just like blast out this quarterstaff towards his chest, and you like radiant energy ripple outwards. You can see some of the flesh searing away as you punch him straight in the crotch, and he just kind of stumbles backwards from the blow, taking another 7 points. Still up.
Jesus, this guy's got a lot.
Evelyn, you said the big one was mine. I'm really thinking he's not going to live much longer.
Second mouse gets the cheese?
That means I'm gonna die!
Wait, not like that! In this particular case, yeah, she will just go ahead and just like, I will say that in like in the short term where I know he's just like pointing over towards the beast with much chagrin in his voice, she will just go ahead and take advantage of the time that this thing is turned around, and for just a quick Nah, it's how I operate. I can't do that, I suppose. God damn it. Well, with that being said, I suppose in that case, I will... Part of me is just like, what if I use Vicious Mockery once and it fucking dies? Einar just looks at me and just,
That would be great. I would accept it.
Vicious Mockery the Ghoul.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, again, it's just me
But
unable
I've
to think of
used
an
my
insult.
Uvar, so.
Just points over you. You suck.
Okay, towards the goal.
Yup. I can't think of anything, man. It sucks. But yeah.
Fails, taking 2 points of psychic damage, and is now has advantage.
And it has disadvantage.
Yeah. And I should probably save the other bardic inspirations for later. So in the meantime, I will do my best to sit and look pretty. And by saying that, I mean also I'm going to move like over.
So it's had a lot of trouble trying to hit Einar, so it's just gonna give up on that. And after hearing your words shouting out towards it, and it's just gonna go for you instead.
Hi.
As it just runs
Destroy
over
him.
Einar. You get an attack of opportunity?
If you want to take it. Oh no, you already used your reaction.
Yeah.
did
Oh, I
already-
did use my reaction.
Yeah, it
Yep.
did already use reaction as it just gets to run off towards you. And is going to make its attack at disadvantage. 17 hits, I believe. I need a con save. You take 9 points of slashing damage as it just claws right down into, as you're just like trying to like circle around closer towards Marcus as it just catches towards your leg. Con save?
Fun. Okay.
Oof.
Oh!
You are now paralyzed.
This is nice. How much damage?
9 points.
You said 10?
9.
9.
9.
Mighty 9. 9!
I know.
Alright.
Einar's going to look at the ghoul as it runs away, sees it headed towards Evelyn, He's gonna look at the big one and then back at the ghoul, back at the big one, back at. Very well. He's going to head this way.
Straight for the big one.
Just leave Evelyn to die.
You're gonna re-roll that character, Judah. Just kidding. I am going to smite it with my Orichalcum Warhammer
No,
Or not.
and miss.
misses. As you try to
I'm gonna
bring in
use Action Surge.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to smite it again.
Or
And
not.
As misses, you just you see the first attack bringing down towards it, and the tree that's like kind of like in the direction of like just you're trying to bring it off towards aim it for the left side, but it's already too late as you're readjusting your blow as it just barely misses as it turns around towards you and notices you, and you try to bring it towards it again. It just leaps out of the way. Unable to find badges. And I believe that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Zombie's turn. It is going to bring its Morning Star down towards you, Marcus.
Here comes the pain.
16 to hit.
That literally meets my AC. Fuck me. Ah.
17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Disadvantage, bruh. Actually, I think I need to call it before.
Yeah,
it does the
don't
attacks.
bother. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up.
As it
I'm
brings
up.
the Morning Star down, smashing down into you. As you take another heavy hit as you just take the wind taken out of you as you just
Okay, I got this. I'm okay. Woo! I'm still up.
Marcus.
I got the okay. You fuck. Quarterstaff to the balls.
Another nat 20.
Unnatural 21.
5 points of damage.
How's he looking?
He's looking pretty bad. Probably couldn't take another hit.
Gotta go for unarmed strike.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give him advantage on his.
No,
own.
I don't need it. I got it. Poof.
Unnatural 20.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, as I'm like
hate
staggering back and forth, I come up with like staff, hit him with the nuts, see that didn't work, go, oh fuck this. Hadouken! I'm just gonna do fucking Ryu uppercut to his jaw, full blown exploding through his head and up.
Okay, as you just bring its quarterstaff striking towards his leg, smashing it down so you can get a leap up onto its leg to push yourself upwards as you form your hands into the pose and just fire it up into the jaw, and this radiant burst of energy just blasts outwards, flesh searing away as you just hear this large cuts off as it lumbers backwards and falls to the floor. Okay.
I guess if I didn't use it, I will give her advantage on the saving throw. She has to make
Okay, Constitution save.
an advantage.
Yeah, I really didn't need advantage. I still had my bardic inspiration, so as long as I didn't roll a 1,
yeah.
I was gonna hit the fucker.
Make another con save? Or...
And with advantage.
Right. Wait. Okay.
Because you were given advantage.
Nice.
It's Uvar.
Bug. Alright.
Hey, there's your first
There you
nat
go.
20!
I've sapped some of Marcus's luck.
Okay, as
Thank
you just
you.
break out of this as this paralysis just kind of shake yourself out of it, and you look down towards the school that's currently behind you, just glaring it towards you.
I just have to point this out. If I was given the advantage, if the next roll was a 20, that was Marcus's 20 you took. If I didn't say don't give me the advantage.
It's back
I should
in
just
the
use it
claw
on this thing's attack, but
as
oh
it
well.
moves towards you, clawing down, trying to rake towards you again, Evelyn. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Just as you watch as it tries to sweep towards you, and you're ready this time as you just kind of leap back away from its claws. You just kind of snarls towards. I know.
Einar looks a little disappointed that he didn't even get to attack the big. He got stuck on ghoul duty, but will bring his warhammer down on the.
He's so disappointed. He just kind of. It wasn't even an attack. He just like let down his own fucking. World.
Yeah, so you just kind of watch as the like large zombie in distance is felled, and you're just like, oh, I didn't mean to hit it. You just kind of like give this haphazard like unenthused attack towards the ghoul, and it just leaps out of the.
I guess it's Marcus's turn. Hey, Marcus looks over, goes, "Okay, no worries there, buddy. You got it. I mean, don't worry about it. We're all team, right?" And I will do my 2 unarmed strikes and radiant damage at the ghoul, because I ain't getting close to that fucking thing.
Okay.
Until it decides to get close to you.
I will use my bardic inspiration. Why not? 11. That's not going to hit. So 7 damage radiant.
Yeah, 7 points of radiant.
I'm just gonna back up 10 feet.
As Blaska flies out towards it, and striking it into its side, as the other one misses. As this, trying to aim it between like Einar and Evelyn, and it's a little bit hard. He is dead. Evelyn.
Hello.
You should probably move away from this thing.
I will say that kind of in the moment that she was paralyzed, me not knowing what I can and cannot. But no, she just goes ahead and will kind of note the presence of this thing, and yeah, she will go ahead and yeah, she'll move away for the meantime. Going ahead and disengaging, and it's just thanks, Einar.
You know, also look at Marcus like fucking spitting out a tooth. Okay.
And with my bonus action, I suppose, I could just be like, see? You did it! And we'll give a level 1 healing word. What did I... Oh, yeah, shit, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
tooth grows back in. Oh, God, that stings!
You'll get used to it eventually.
Okay. The ghost. It is going to make its attack towards as it sees Evelyn run away. It's just gonna turn back towards its nearest target and try again on Einar.
Disadvantage.
Okay. Misses as it tries to strike towards you, and you're just unable to find purchase. You just knock the shield. You're just kind of like blocking it. You hear the sound of like nails kind of scraping against the metal.
Einar lets out a bit of a yawn. It's getting a little late. Perhaps we should wrap this up, Ghoulie.
Okay, that hits, dealing
15.
So I smack it into the tree.
as you bring a lot like your warhammer and pretty much do a golf swing straight into like the chest as you smack it, like push it up against the tree, splattering basically like just a sandwich in between the tree and your warhammer as it just kind of goes limp as it's pressed up against it, and pull your warhammer away and it just falls to the floor. And that is combat.
It died?
Yep.
Huh. I now will look at the other two as his stature shrinks. Well, seems 3Z is quite the combatant crew, huh?
Yeah, we got this. Jeez, my shoulder's pretty
Marcus, are
stiff.
you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I had things got a little out of hand when the big one decided to come strictly for me.
Evelyn will run
was-
over real quick. Or go ahead.
You can
Go
go
ahead.
first. I'll speak my word. And
All right. Yeah, no, she just kind of like quickly kind of runs over and kind of, I guess, a little bit forgetful in the moment. She kind of goes ahead and like takes Marcus's face in both hands and just kind of tilts his head. How's he look?
Well, with the healing feast, I'm past bloody. But if the healing feast is not there, I'm okay.
Yeah, she'll just go ahead and do that and just kind of like tilt, and it's just, all right. You've looked better, but you should be fine for the meantime.
Well, I mean, we did do worse back in that forest. At least I'm still conscious, although it was pretty tuck there for a bit. Hey, buddy, you okay up in that tree?
Right. And she'll start kind of like, she at first runs over there, and then she like immediately then turns over to Einar. You're doing all right too, right?
please, I barely took a scratch in that fight.
She'll look at him. Does he look proud or disappointed?
Hmm.
Little column A, little column B.
I would say he's proud that we won the 6v2 or 6v3. But he is a little disappointed that he did not get to fight the big guy because that's what he was looking forward to. But either way, he did take out 2 ghouls, so he's okay with it.
You're the ghoul killer, I'm the zombie slayer. I took out all 4 zombies. Oof.
Well, yeah, she'll actually like quickly kind of like give you like a little bit of a looks over, and she like for a moment squints at you to like make absolutely sure before her face kind of brightens. All of a sudden, it's just, well, all right, if you say so. Well, we should go ahead and check on the guy, right?
You know, Marcus, I know I look disappointed that I didn't get to fight the big guy, but you did absolutely great. You stood up against him by yourself. That's very impressive.
Generally not my forte going toe-to-toe with someone like that, but I think I pulled it out pretty good in the end.
Just in the future, I would recommend not doing that.
Yeah, I was planning on it, and then for whatever reason, beyond me, it ran towards me.
Hmm.
She is already walking to the chair.
Like, strangest thing, it just kind of freaked out and ran right at me.
I will call out to our friend in the... Good sir, it seems the ghouls have been taken care of.
I had pushed to talk. I can remember. Anyways, just ignore the fact that I said a whole bunch of things and forgot things. Anyways, I laughed because the funniest thing happened. As this happens, you're all just kind of talking, and you eventually make your way, and he's like shouting down, "Oh, Slade, I'm coming down!" Whoa! And you just hear him like tumble, hit like a few branches, and then hit the floor, and he's just unconscious.
Yeah, come on, and she will run over towards him and kind of pat him on the face twice. Just come on, get up, and she'll use a level 1 healing word.
Okay. He took max full damage. He took 12 points of damage.
Oh my god!
It's like a pitfall trap.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, as you approach this man, you see he's wearing like this like brown beanie, and he's like he's got brown hair, like just kind of like off to the sides and peasant's robes. He gets back up and looks up.
Clem.
"Oh,
That guy looks quite familiar.
does he now? Do you have an
You
NPC?
guys have a villager in your town in my game that is the same
Oh,
person.
yeah.
That's right.
She will when he starts like acting so much, she'll place a single hand on his chest and kind of like to hold him down, just like a little bit. It's just breathe, breathe.
Oh, my back! Oh god. Oh,
Just calm down, okay?
oh,
Can you do that for me?
oh, oh, yeah. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
all right. What's your name?
it's Clemens. Oh,
Clemens. What are you doing here, Clemens?
well, I'm a miner from the north, and I was just traveling with. Oh, well, they're all dead, I suppose.
No. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, and
All
he
right.
looks over to us.
Yeah, not letting him look towards the corpses right now. Just trying to refocus him.
Uh, uh, anyways, yeah. So my friends are all dead, I suppose. I saw them just. I just ran straight for a tree. The big one came at me, and I've been stuck up here for about a few hours. And I've tried to keep quiet. And I peed myself a little, but it's. I mean, I probably shouldn't have said something like that, but you know now. I guess we're here.
I will say that she would have noticed that, and she snaps her fingers, and a small yellow mist will just enter the air, and she's what pee, and will flash a smile.
Oh, it doesn't smell anymore. Oh my god, that's amazing. Anyways, yeah. So thank you for saving my life. I think it was eventually got to figure out I was up in the tree. It was kind of looking. It was looking at other trees before. You can kind of see in the area. There's a few knocked down trees.
Yeah. I will say in this case she'd been more or less kind of like cradling him while he's like on lower, and while he's talking she'll just kind of like in between sentences just like, can you stand?
Yeah. I can stand. I'm not
She'll
crippled.
stand up.
Maybe.
She'll stand up and help him up.
And just stands like stands fine. As he leans a little bit on the tree, is just to catch his breath after having the wind knocked out of him from the fall.
Yeah. She'll return over between Marcus and Einar and just kind of look on at this guy.
You doing okay there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm pretty fine, man. I'm doing okay.
I'm glad to hear it.
You look pretty worse for wear, my friend.
You know, I imagine I'm actually covered in zombie guts after uppercutting a
Yeah.
ogre through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She'll kind of notice this and just like, oh my god, well, how could I? And she'll immediately just start prestidigitizing everything.
Thanks. That's a pretty useful skill you have there.
Oh, yep. It was the first one that I ever learned.
That's a good one. I mean, Christ almighty. I mean, it is a good thing. I mean, I'm glad that I got these fists all of a sudden. I mean, that was quite useful against that zombie fella.
You're gonna have to tell me more about that. But until then, Clemens, yeah, continue. You said that you were a northern miner, and then these zombies ended up approaching you all, and well, of course, it happened to the rest of your friends. I apologize for that. But could you tell me what else may have happened here?
Well, we were just heading back after we got the notice, and well, we heard something in the distance. One of the guys went to go investigate it, and he kind of heard a scream, and then we went over here to investigate. And he was just. It was horrible. He was getting ripped from limb. He had his head was on sideways. It was terrible. And so someone else tried to save him, and then it just turned into a mess. I just ran away, climbed up into the tree, and here we are, out of the tree, with a slight concussion.
She'll go ahead and just go ahead and kind of like grab both Marcus and Einar's hand and just kind of look over towards Clemens and just, would you excuse us for a moment?
Yeah, that's fine.
And just begins to drag the two of you just like a little bit of ways before kind of turning back, releasing your hands. Just, okay, so I know that we're supposed to continue on with the mission, but we have no idea that this area is any type of safe. Should we return him back over to the town before we continue on?
Isn't this the
I
mission?
think that would be.
I thought we were supposed to go get the corpses back right now.
Well, yes, of course. It's just that, this was only one group, correct? Could there be more?
Well,
Was there
most
more?
likely there is, and it doesn't take care of the source.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I mean, we weren't.
I don't think it would.
I mean,
I think
Marcus-
it would behoove us to go back for now.
Marcus looks over at the ogre. Not to say anything, but if there's any more like a him over at the source, we're probably going to need everybody else. I mean, I'm good. Don't get me wrong. I consider myself quite functional in combat when necessary, but, one more hit and I probably would have been dead.
Evelyn will just kind of like every single time his voice raises, she'll just give him a friendly jab with her elbow, just like keep it down.
It's just, oof, yes, sorry. But no. I believe we should probably take these people's bodies back with him as well. Did he mention there were other groups up here with him?
And no, he did not specify. Sorry, I suppose I was just planning a little bit ahead. Well, if that's the case, then I suppose that for at least the meantime, luckily, we don't have much to worry about. Unless you had other thoughts, Einar.
Well, I don't know about the two of you, but I did use up quite a few of my resources in that battle. Not all of them. I am still capable of some things, but I know not everybody is so quick to recover.
Well,
And
actually,
it
I'm
was
pretty good
probably-
after a short rest myself.
Well, here's the thing. We do have a few others. Well, a couple more back at the inn, and I don't think Candy wants to miss out on some of the fun.
Whew, she would have had a blast fighting that big zombie I was taking on. I tell you what.
Yes, indeed. We all would have had a blast taking on the big guy.
she'll kind of give Einar just like a pat on the bicep. It's okay.
It's all in good fun. But, regardless, I do have a war axe to make as well. This orichalcum hammer. It's quite useful in that battle, more so than I thought it would be.
It seemed to be damn useful. One sec. Hey there, Mr. Clements!
But you just see him like looking over towards like the large like ogre zombie. Oh my god, he's so big and he looks so. Oh what? Yeah. Hello.
Don't worry about him. He don't have a head no more, so he's not so vicious any.
Yeah. No, I figured.
Were you the only people out here, or were there others?
There were others, but I think they've headed back already. We were the last ones to head back. Kind of wanted to bring more stuff back, but I guess we kind of got greedy, and I guess that's what
More
happens.
stuff?
When you get greedy.
What kind of stuff?
Mining materials.
Do you need help with this stuff?
There's a wagon somewhere along the road if it didn't get taken already, but whatever.
Well,
But
perhaps we should check for this wagon. Clemens, you should stay nearby.
alright.
Hey, why don't you stick up- Why don't you stick up close to Miss Evelyn? You two can watch each other's back. You know what? Do you want me to scout up ahead again to see if I can find that cart? Because, no offense, but, and he's going to look behind, I don't really relish the idea of hauling the dead bodies by hand. A cart would be nice.
I agree, but Hopefully there's not more of these big guys near the cart. As much as I want to fight one, I'd rather fight one fresh.
Yeah, to be honest,
Yes.
I don't particularly want to find another one at the moment either.
It's just over yonder. Should be like 5 minutes away near the road, maybe.
Great, I'll go scout up ahead, and I run off.
Okay.
Wait. And she'll quickly just go ahead and will, kind of hearing the 5 to 10 minutes, he's just, well, okay, just kind of place a hand on Marcus's shoulder. Be safe out there, all right?
You got
And
it.
with that, she will give another bardic inspiration.
That could come in handy if I roll crap on my stealth. It goes, gotcha. And
You're reigning in so much bad luck, so much bad karma.
Alright.
You were due for your fucking woes.
Go ahead and roll me a self-check.
another 20. Not an app, but a plane.
I hate you. Well, maybe you have to do a perception check. Who knows?
Roll me a perception check.
See?
16.
Yeah, you do manage to find the cart. It's a little bit off the path, but
I hate you.
you manage to find it, and you see a bunch of mining materials, like just kind of in some burlap sacks in the back, and manage to haul it over and kind of weave your way through the trees eventually.
I'll
Make your way back.
make my way back with. Found it.
Back so soon?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
please tell me Shirley's there.
Miss who?
Shirley?
Who?
Who's
Shirley?
Oh no, it's alright. I'll check for myself. It's okay.
No, I
No,
mean,
please, just for the sake of this, it is imperative that you follow our directions, okay? Who is Miss Shirley?
It's just my pickaxe. I named my
Your pickaxe?
Yeah, my pickaxe name is Shirley.
Well, we'll make sure that Shirley is well taken care of, won't we? And she'll look back towards the the other two.
huh? Quite an idea naming your tool like that.
Did you not take it with you when you ran to the tree?
Not really. No,
Then I'm sure it's where you left it.
it's probably on the wagon somewhere.
I doubt one of these ghouls would have much use for a pickaxe.
Oh, I don't know. That zombie was using a big mace thing.
But the little ones weren't.
Maybe the little one's a little bit more dumb.
Marcus kind of rubs his chin. To be honest, the little ones didn't get much chance to do anything.
I don't know about that one. They tore up my friends pretty quick.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Kind of jabs Marcus again.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll check the ghouls and the zombies, see if they have a pickaxe really
Okay,
quick.
roll me a loot check.
Ah, yes, the loot skill.
Investigations.
It's investigation or perception.
I'll take a peek around too. Oof, there we go.
There you go. From what you find in the area, I know, you do find you don't find Shirley the pickaxe, but you do find what is basically like their keepsakes and various other mementos of what's left on the corpses and some of the zombies.
I'll take the keepsakes from the zombies. I don't think, guys, we don't want to take the zombified ones back, do we?
Well, I don't know. Do we gotta burn them or something, or?
For the sake of this, what does Evelyn know about ghouls and corpses?
Would she know anything?
I wouldn't. She might have read upon it. That's the only chance. So
Roll me a.
could be intelligence, just that the DC may be high.
Yeah. Roll me a. I'm trying to think. Arcana or history? Arcana?
I suppose both can do some. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, roll me history. Roll me history.
I have the same modifier for both.
Fair enough.
Hey!
Hey, okay. So yeah, you've actually read up quite a bit on zombies before, and you do figure that it's probably best to burn them. That'll get rid of well, whatever smells and anything, and basically not leave the area just um, a rotted heap of corpses. Um,
Would we know? Would I know if they would transform quickly, or would we be able to take the corpses? Because this is very much seems like it seemed like the Duchess was like, this is the city's problem, city's people. She wants to deal with them the way that she knows, rather than us doing it.
Transform quickly? What do you mean?
Like, if we were to try to drag these guys back, would there be
The
a chance
people
of
aren't
them
turning
sprouting?
into zombies.
Oh,
It's just to kill. We were.
Oh, I thought you said zombified. Oh,
It's
wait,
not
I
a
get what you mean by that now. Ugh.
yeah. It's not a disease. It's a
It's
raising
magic.
of the dead.
Yeah.
Magic.
For that matter, would radiant energy work into burning away the zombie stench? I have no idea.
You could eventually sear away, because the radiant energy was basically just searing away parts of their flesh. So with enough time, you could just turn them into dust.
Perhaps we should just take the ghouls and the zombies, pile them up. I'll give them a quick prayer for the soul. Well, wait, do these things even have souls? They're just the mortal shells of the people they once were, aren't they?
Well, that's true.
We'll just pile them up on this big guy. I'll light a torch and we'll just let the fire take care of them. As far as the other two individuals for Clement's little convoy, we can load them up on the cart or what's left of them and bring them into town. We should probably put a tarp on the cart, though. We'll be getting back quite late, but I imagine the Duchess would be pleased to hear that we took out some of these enemies and at least saved one of their miners, as well as recovered some equipment. To me,
I'm not a miner. Oh wait, different miner. That's alright. I don't understand.
he just stops and stares at Clements for a second.
I thought you were calling me young. I was really confused for a second, but no, it's alright. Continue.
Right. Yeah, it's been a great night's work.
I'm just gonna lean into. Is it just me, or is he a few nails short of a house board?
Seems to be that way.
Evelyn opens her mouth like she's about to say something, and then doesn't say anything, and then proceeds to instead just, well, yeah, we've done everything. Oh wait, you said Marcus already scouted.
Yeah, I scouted up ahead to grab what we needed. Yep.
Would he have grabbed the pickaxe as well?
I don't know if we found the pickaxe.
Did we
You're
find the
right,
pickaxe?
As you see, Clemens just kind of make his way towards the wagon. He's like, oh, there it is! Found it. There's Shirley.
Great.
Is there a beast of burden to take this thing? I doubt it. There's no way these ghouls would have left a beast of burden at the wagon.
A beast of burden.
A horse or a donkey.
Ox?
Oh no, yeah, you would have found a dead horse, Marcus.
Einar will scratch his head. How heavy does this thing look?
It looks carryable by. It's not a particularly large wagon. It's just one of those small wheelbarrow type, slightly larger than a wheelbarrow type kind of wagon.
Well, I'm sure
Well, I
between all of us
suppose
we
I
can
can
get this
push it.
moving. Oh, well, you know what? It's big enough for a horse. I'll tell you what. I'll take one of the stick parts to pull. You take the other. Miss Evel, if you want to push from behind, I'm sure we can get this back in jig time.
Well, I suppose it's been enough time for a decent workout. Sure. Although Wouldn't this make quite a bit of noise? Couldn't that attract more attention if there are more?
Marcus goes, "That there are." He'll do like a finger snap, and a little bit of radiant energy pop out of his fist. We can take care of them.
Well, all right, okay. Uh, what about Clemens? Are you tired?
What? Nope, nope. No, I'm good.
Well, do you think you might be able to help us with pushing?
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Well, that ain't the right spirit. Cletus, I just go up and slap him on the. Marcus goes up, slaps on the back. I tell you, Clem, you got to work hard to get in life. You got to train. You got to get yourself going. I'm telling you, push past the tiredness. Work hard. You will get that sprint and energy you need to be the best you can be. Now, come on, my friend. We can do this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, we'll add my inspiration. 16.
Fuck! Alright.
Oh!
I'll help with the con, man.
It's so hard to know what emotions that may be concealed within Evelyn, what to let out, because she has a really high charisma. So in reality, she's just like sitting there with like a smiling face. That's all. While internally, I'm just like, oh my fucking god.
I don't get to play the meme character often. I'm enjoying myself.
Just do me a favor. Do both of us a favor. Please incite her more often. There's gonna be so many times where I'm just gonna be sitting there silent, or she's gonna be sitting there smiling, and internally I'm just dying.
Well, he's actually good at insight too, so he could
I
probably.
will incite her.
Wonderful.
Uh,
1 second. One second. Okay.
Alright, like, good luck trying to.
She sits there with a straight face. Just she in fact she notices that you're kind of peering a little bit at her, and she just kind of flashes a small smile at you.
Very well. Shall we get going?
Cry every time.
uh,
Same thing.
Do we
with,
need to make athletics rolls for this?
Yeah, roll me athletics checks.
oh goody, not my forte by the slightest.
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh, 14, not bad.
Get a
I'll
14, Judah. Get a 14.
Oh damn.
Strong. I'm Evelyn, strongest woman.
As Clemens also helps. Who seems to be
What'd he
doing
roll?
okay. He rolled an 8 plus like 1, so 9. He's doing okay. Evelyn seems to be doing more like she seems to be having a pretty good time just pushing the cart from the back as everyone leads, and he's just like, oh wait, she's like pushing it faster than he can keep up, and he's like constantly trying to like make his way back and try to push along like beside her. But you eventually make your way back into town.
Damn, Evelyn's beefy.
Yeah.
Beef.
I literally do not have a single detriment with this girl.
I don't with
My
Marcus
lowest
either.
is fucking 14s.
Damn. I got my 2 10s, but otherwise all good.
Oh,
We should take this to the mansion, palace.
Yeah, probably
Whatever.
take it back to the duchy. I mean, that was the request.
Yeah.
Correct. We should.
The Countess. We keep calling her Duchess. She's a countess.
Is she?
I swear
Yeah.
to God, Storm has described her as a
Oh,
Duchess
I
one
know,
time.
I said countess.
I believe it to the recordings to
I
decide.
said mistress at one point by the gods. That's the god said mistress.
God damn it. Well, whatever.
You know what? Marcus literally has no idea the difference between a countess and a duchess.
You're very right.
She's a vampiress.
Hot.
But anyways, making your way back towards you kind of like probably take the long road, I assume, to, or I mean, you do have like the top across the bed, and you kind of lead it towards it.
Yeah.
Make your way towards the guard. As Clement's like halfway, kind of looks over towards you all. You guys are heading towards the keep, right?
We got a bit of a delivery here to make, but yeah, we're heading back to the town.
All right. I guess that's is it all right if I take my leave here? I think I'm okay. I don't.
I think you should come see the countess with us.
I don't
friend.
know about that. I don't know about that one.
Well,
I think you should.
Inside, does he seem afraid too?
I was about to say do the same thing.
Yeah, roll me inside checks.
Thank you.
Oof.
We end this.
He just seems anxious.
Anxious, general anxiety. Why? Is there something wrong?
Discombobulate.
Discombobulate.
The countess is a very important woman. I don't think she wants to see me in my stature. I've got to like maybe if I was to come better dressed or something.
Nonsense. You are a member of this town, okay? She'd be more than overjoyed to see you safe and sound.
I'm sure she has curiosities about what you experienced out there as well.
Yeah, I mean, you have first-hand experience of your brave adventures, my friend. I am sure she will be impressed with your great fortitude of staying alive in such a harrowing and dark scenario.
Roll me a persuasion check. At
Which
advantage.
one?
I'll take it with advantage, I guess.
Yeah, whoever.
Oh, I suppose well, we're all the same.
13. Yeah, we're all +5.
I just want to see what I would have rolled.
No, I mean, you would have rolled
13.
All right. I guess I'll come along. I suppose.
Sobs.
Well.
Do you feel good knowing you blew your nat 20 on something?
Yes. That's what I wanted.
I make a joke here, but I'm not going to.
Just kind of tags along. You make your way towards the town guard, the keep guard, and it looks over towards you. You're back. Well, I don't think you can really take that up the steps, but if you want to leave it out here, and if the countess wants to see it, and come outside. Or...
How many steps are there?
There's like about 20.
20?
Yeah, it's like a good bit up.
But it
Maybe a
won't
little
take
bit
a
less.
minute.
Yeah, they just look at them and see like, oh, it's a heavy card. I don't know if you want to lift that all the way up and then bring it inside the.
Yeah.
The key.
Are we already inside the walls?
You're on the walls.
Okay. Yeah, I won't worry about it.
Okay.
I like to say that like it's like based off of our previous roles. It's just like the both of you kind of like let go of the thing, and then Evelyn steps back, and all of a sudden the cart just like drops down a bit and sags in its wheel, and she just walks around, just dusting her hands off, and just kind of places her hands on her hips, just looking at the both of you.
I gotta admit, that's impressive.
She kind of looks at you a bit curiously, like she doesn't know what you're talking about.
Well, in any case, I guess we ought to go report to the Countess.
Alright, I'll lead the way. And he kind of makes, oh, hey, Clemens, what are you doing here? I was encouraged to come over here. I don't know if the Countess wants to see me, but I was suggested to come along and give my record. Oh, okay, well, I suppose. Come along. I don't think you've seen the interior of the keep before. No, not really.
He's lost his mind.
Bold to assume that he's ever had it.
Are you talking about him or the DM?
The DM. You're doing
I
what
was talking about
doing.
him, but it's fine.
I like Marcus to just. Marcus is like, wow, I gotta say, this is a really great place. The guards seem to know everybody in this place. Real friendly like.
Oh no, we just know Clemens. He's quite noticeable.
See, Clip, you are a popular man. You have nothing to be afraid of. I just give him a slap on the back heartily.
Clemens, are you the town drunk?
No.
I'm an insight.
Same
Ditto.
sad face.
Oh boy. Marcus, you're the only one who catches the lie.
Of course, he's the one that catches it. He's like, kind of shakes his head and kind of like takes him to the side. He's like, my friend, I need to tell you, there are better things to do with your prosperity. Don't worry. I got a program that'll get you back on the right and straight and narrow, my friend. We'll talk about it later, though.
Okay. Cole leads everyone else up forward as they make their way towards inside of the keep, up towards where the Countess is currently sitting, and she's the table's back in front, and she's like currently sitting at it at the moment, writing a few things down, and she looks up towards you. Oh, welcome. Yes, the adventurers have returned, and kind of steps back and allows you to speak.
Well, Miss Countess, me and my fellow compatriots here, we done did get the bodies back, as well as saving our good friend Clemps here. Slaps him on the back again. Hard-working fella. Has a good way of doing life. Has the ability to... squirrely fella. Climbs up trees. Keeps himself safe. A survivor, if I ever did see one.
I just imagine Clement's back is more bruised from Marcus than the fall at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Worst part is you keep forgetting that his hands have constant radiant glowing energy on them, so every time he slaps them.
Kind of looks over towards the Countess. Countess. Hello there, Clemens. I don't think you've stepped foot in here before. And the last time was when you... No, we'll just keep that between ourselves. You see him just kind of look down.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
I think we all want
It
to
looks like
again.
it's something they don't want to talk about, but sure, I will casually insight.
Oof.
Booty, a 6.
Sad face.
Okay. You all seem to notice that he looks embarrassed. He's just kind of looking down, and he's just... Yeah. It seems like something he's done, and he's embarrassed about it.
Fair enough. Well, in any case, man, we did get the bodies back, as well as saving Clem, as well as taking care of 6 of them undead creepies that have been haunting the woods, including a big boyo.
Wonderful. Thank you for all of that. And you've managed to retrieve, I guess, Clemens here. I guess the others are, unfortunately...
Alas, we were not
Yes.
able to save them, ma'am.
That's most unfortunate. But I suppose you did a good job considering it, we didn't really have that much time to react. Suppose. Um, I suppose I'll provide you with some payment for now. Uh, just for what you've done for today.
Fuck me, Marcus. Well, it is a pleasure to offer, ma'am. But honestly, we don't need payment. We did this out of the goodness of our hearts.
Well, I mean, that is right. Oh, though that would be. And she will just kind of openly just a little bit above her, a little bit above a whispering tone, so others can still kind of hear. Just, oh, that will be actually kind of difficult because of the expenses, amongst other things, that will kind of be into tax.
Never let the
Do you say
mud.
this? Do you say this just enough for
The
for
Duchess,
Nikio?
the Countess to hear.
Yeah, like she turns her back, but she's still muttering loud enough to where it's yeah.
Both of you roll me persuasion checks.
Oh man, this is like one time I want to fail.
You know, Countess, my friends here, they're very on the fence about this payment thing, but I think it's a great deal of work that we went through, and we went to great personal length to ensure that Clement came back alive and clean. Um, Perhaps a little something now, and then we can worry about the rest when we find the source of these foul creatures and take care of it. But I do have one addition that I would like to see, and I think will really bring this town together a lot more.
What is that?
I would like to see a festival of sorts once a season.
Are
You
you
gather
pushing
blacksmiths
this?
from around the area and have them forge something of your choosing, and you pick the winner and award them whatever it is you so wish. It would be a great cultural boon to your lovely town of Offset. I'll roll my persuasion.
Okay.
Join us.
We can
No,
call
I
it
wanted
Einar
666
Day.
in the chat.
That would have been hilarious.
That would be pretty hilarious.
I think I'm not quite sure what happens with the reward though, since my persuasion was to not get us paid, but Heffel's
We
persuasion was to
canceled
get
each
us
other
paid.
out.
Yeah.
She's just looking at us
Uh,
very confused.
Roll me another one. Both of you.
Oh
See
my
who
fucking.
I pick up.
That once again.
14.
Still lower than mine.
Can I argue that because of this particular form of manipulation, it may be deception instead?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Think.
You would
I
have
mean,
beat
it
me
still would have been higher,
regardless.
but
Yeah.
yeah, by one. Jesus.
Very well. I'll consider that. We don't really have that many blacksmiths here, but I suppose you'll perhaps improve trade and get more people to come along to our towns here.
Let's just have a competition
Yes, she
with
looks
one
good.
blacksmith.
Well, I mean,
Perhaps-
perhaps some of the children here are interested in smithing as a trade.
And perhaps some others as well. Some who could probably take up a hobby. As she kind of like glances off towards Clemens for a moment before looking back towards you. I know. As for the reward, I suppose yes, we do need to take into account taxes and expenses and all that sort of thing. I did. I was. This is only a simple thank you gesture, and she kind of hands you about 200 gold pieces. As
Oh,
she
damn.
kind of like calls out to one of the town guard. Can you fetch me 200 gold pieces, please? And a sack. Or perhaps just, do you prefer platinum?
Um, Gold is probably more easy to deal with the common folk.
200.
Thank you so much. Ah, jeez. And
Thank you.
she'll walk forward and take the sack before just kind of or whatever. She tosses it on us. But yeah, she'll go ahead and kind of grab it before kind of like opening it and just kind of showing the rest of the party.
That's pretty good. I guess that's 40 gold apiece when we get back to the inn.
Yes. All right. Well, I suppose is that everything, Countess?
I, not really. In terms of the mountains, I suggest that's probably taking it out at the source would be your next mission. Um, whatever's there, whatever's causing everything that's happening throughout, or at least making its way towards our town. I was going to put a request out requesting some larger city center ventures here, but it seems like we've got our own. Um, just who've arrived, and she kind of smiles at you. There will be payment. It will be for a much larger sum once you've dealt with the necromancer. I've yet to decide how much exactly, but it definitely will be a much larger payment than 200 gold. And I probably suggest that you bring some more companions along with you.
Why, of course. In this particular case, we were a bit short-staffed, but I suppose in this case, and I forgot the fucking 3 Eves. I fucking forgot again.
Three's Eve.
3's Eve. Thanks. This is okay. But it just so happens that 3's Eve contains a lot more than just 3.
Yeah, we'll be the 5Es.
Her smile is unwavering. Again.
I'm gonna insight that.
You know what?
Sobs.
I'll
Sobs.
have to incite myself. 20. Okay, I got at least a chance at it.
She hears this, and for a quick moment, her eye twitches. But she doesn't seem to pay neither of you much mind. She rolled a 12.
Oof.
So we both got it.
If anything, I will add for fucking Marcus's rolls that it was less of irritation, but more of like, what? Like confusion. Like he could have just said Five's Eve or something. Why that?
Because he's a country bumpkin.
Do not fucking kill me. I love and hate them so much.
Well, Countess, it's getting pretty late, and the battle was quite tiring for some of us. I'm sure Clemens is. He kind of just like glances over. He's almost glassy-eyed, looking at him a moment. I'm sure Clemens is exhausted from the ordeal as well. So we will take our leave from your grace, and upon the morrow, our crew will forge forward towards the mountain and see if we can find the source of these ghoulies.
I want to insight Mr. Glassy Eye.
Go for it.
Sad face. I'm sure you're a wonderful liar.
Nope.
Intimidation?
It's the same modifier.
Oh.
Still 3. He's not very impressed by Clements.
That's fair. Oh, wait. Yeah, because what? You're fucking... Oh, that... Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Oh. Again,
He's not very.
she'll just give him like a little bit of a pat on his arm.
He's not very impressed by him, but he's being kind, I guess, or
Marcus will grab Clement.
understanding.
Yeah, Marcus grabs Clement. Come on, Clements. We're going to head back off to the inn. I'm going to teach you some of the proper way to take care of yourself. I mean, look at yourself. You know what? With a little bit of hard work and a good work ethic, you could become a whole new man.
Hold on. Slow your roll there, Marcus. First, before taking care of anybody else, you should definitely take care of yourself, and we'll just point over at his she'll like slightly take his shoulder and then in a very quick movement push it back into its socket.
Oh, fuck, yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks. Just kind of rotates. That feels great because he's Marcus, does a handstand.
I love him. I hate him. I love him. I hate him.
Well, Clem, you got quite the touch on you. That is amazing. You know, my master used to have to pop that shoulder back in all the time, but you're a lot gentler than he was.
I wonder why you constantly are out of socket.
Well, there was this one time.
Oh my god, wait, no, please tell me. I need to hear this.
Well, there was this one time me and the master were training, and when he was having me he was tossing like rocks at me, trying to get me to catch them, right? Because that was part of my monk training. And one time he picked up one that was about the size of my head and just cracked me in the shoulder. And then before I could catch the next one, he cracked my other shoulder with another rock, dislocating them both.
Quite the extreme.
As she's being told the story, she just, or again, her mouth is just like open as she's going to say something, and then she closes it, and then she's just like, well, that is definitely illustrious, and even more reason as to why you should be a little bit more mindful towards your health.
Well, I mean, the way he popped them back in, though, was pretty amazing, because he kind of like did this split jump kick and just kind of scissor kicked my arms back together.
I'm envisioning that right now, and it's horrifying.
You know, for a man in his 90s, he was really spry.
Was your master human?
Oh, yeah, he was a human.
Right. Well, but yes, you clearly did sustain quite a bit. If you are going to be doing anything for Clemens here, perhaps you should rest a little and, take care of yourself for just a bit, okay?
Well, I suppose that's not a bad idea, Miss Clementine. Maybe I do overdo it. My master used to say that a lot to me when he was training. I'll listen to you, ma'am. That sounds like good advice. As he walks away with a smile on his face, man, the stuff I had to do to learn how to paint, I tell you.
I'm just gonna lean over to Evelyn a moment as Marcus says that and walks away. He's a few nails short of a house, isn't he?
Yeah. Positively illustrious is how I'd rather put it. And she just takes a deep breath before looking over towards, looking back towards over to you, Einar, with almost like a refreshed look. Like for a moment she was a little exhausted, but then she just kind of boots up 100%. And it's just, well, anyway, is there? We kind of have the rest of the day to ourselves, don't we? I do believe so.
There's not much of it left.
Right. If that's the case, well, it was a victory. And she'll look over towards Marcus as he walks away and just kind of yells out his name. Just say, "Hey, Marcus!"
Oh, yes!
Well, it was a successful mission today. Would you like to maybe go ahead and hit up a tavern or anything?
Well, you know what? That sounds like a treat. Why not?
She'll kind of look back over towards Einar, smiles, and kind of just nudges him just like a little bit. Want to?
I am quite hungry after all. I've had a full day of forging and fighting. I must say it's been a great day for me.
Yeah, I would say that for the lot of us. Although, she kind of like puts a hand on her chin for a moment, just kind of like rubs just like a little bit absentmindedly. Though, I suppose Candy will find us if she finds herself feeling a little bit better. If that's the case, then yeah, and she'll just go ahead and kind of tug a little bit at his armor before running, or kind of walking a little bit over towards Marcus. It's just like, come on, you all, let's celebrate.
We're gonna come back 6 months later to this town after Marcus teaches Clemence his way, and Clemence is gonna be completely cleaned up and completely different, speaks in a posh accent.
It's gonna be
Just
a
a
fucking
complete
politician.
180. He will have ousted the Countess and just is completely a bastard about everything too.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's just, it was either this or a fucking Oath of Redemption paladin. Honest to God, just his attitude is just so fucking. Oh my God,
Marcus,
please. Yeah.
I am taking the fun joy of a charismatic monk to its extreme.
I hope that you realize that this is basically the shit that I do with Xavier. Like this, it's really nice to just turn off your brain.
Oh, I know. I played the brain off guy before. I played a warlock like that. He's similar to my Huckleberry, Billy Huckleberry, but a little more intelligent though.
Oh yeah, like with a character that's it's calculating. It's fucking Klaus, for example. It's nice to just unwind.
Imagine how I feel with Chubei and Grotus.
Oh my. What's up, Storm?
Don't know how that feels like to have a non-serious character.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's a serious campaign, but still. Also, hi, Aries.
Oh,
How you doing, kiddo?
hi. I'm okay, I think.
You
Alright,
rolled
better
a
than-
2 on that deception.
I think I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, you need to talk, kiddo?
I'm not proud of Alexander, honestly. I feel like a disappointed mother of a really terrible child.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you know right now. Wait, okay. First off, before any Storm, is this the end of the session? We just kind of took